Oh, man, we had a little panic on the dance floor over here. The whole camera system was, like, shut off.
Really?
We almost had, like, no MJTV as we come on the air. And, yeah, we're live. We're not on some stinking best of still. No, we're live. Yeah, we were back yesterday. So a day after New Year's Day, January 2nd, we were live yesterday. Oh, wait a second. Andrew, the cameras are what's going on now?
Is it back out?
Son of a bitch. I mean, now I got some kind of like a demo screen coming up on this jury-rigged crap bag slapped together camera. So is MJTV off now again?
I don't know.
Oh my God. What is going on here? Now the camera is in some demo mode and it's rolling through all the features of, we're using little like handheld, like old school video cameras instead of like a webcam to do this. So what's going on now?
I mean, the cameras we use are like what moms use for like soccer games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really low
Oh,
quality.
my God. So now I'm looking at the screen because you know how you have the pull-out screen and you can flip it. You can view it from behind or you can flip it and put it in front of the lens.
Mine just went out as well.
Oh, you got it.
It's like the demo phase.
Exactly. So now the camera's in demo phase and it's like it's listing all the features of the camera.
Slow and fast motion.
Lock files. What the hell?
This camera also has framing assistance.
Oh, look.
I didn't even know this.
True full HD quality issue. 35 Mbps. 32x optical zoom. 57x advanced zoom. That's where it gets all digital and pixelated and all crapulated.
We know this because the cameras are broken or they're not working properly.
Hey, Andrew, can you come in here and do we have to reset the power again?
Does he have any clue?
I have no idea. Do we need to hit the power button again? I mean, I thought we had it solved. I opened up the show with, oh my God, we almost didn't have MJTV this morning. And then as I'm talking, I look up and my image is not on the viewfinder.
Almost nothing.
Yeah, and now Andrew, can you come in here and
is there anything you can do?
I mean, pull the power again? Hang on, let me just pull.
Is that how it works? I mean, is that what you have to do?
Well, I just pulled the damn power again. Hang on a minute. Let me try to stick it back in. Hang on a minute. I'm a little off mic. I can't even see where. Andrew, can you come in here? I can't get the damn thing back in.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on here. All I know is that, remember we came back yesterday.
Yes.
And the little LED monitor that showed our VU meters, which shows like the levels, the green, the yellow, the red of like the loudness, that was completely dead. And I also had no clock because the clock was on that as well. So they better hurry up because, first of all, I can't believe this studio is still on the air with this crapo 2007 Harris console, which, man, these things have been dying all over the country on radio stations everywhere. The fact that we're still on the air.
Yeah, it's like a jalopy just running down the road.
Is amazing. All right, so wait a minute. So now the camera's back on, but it appears to be in like battery. The power supply thing fell down. So look back here and try and find. Andrew's now climbing up on the furniture like a monkey.
Yeah, I mean,
hey!
Mid-show. Andrew, you okay? You may hold your leg or something? Don't fall.
Mid-show dumpster fire triaging is what we're doing here as we get started. It is Friday, January the 3rd, and we are live. Trust me, we're live.
Andrew, thank you, by the way.
We might not be live on. Now, are we back on MJTV?
He doesn't know. He has to press the button in the other room.
All right, so the power supply is plugged back into this. What is this like a Canon camera? What are these cameras? What are these things?
I see on the side it's Canon.
Yeah. And I just realized that one of the cameras is on a little tripod and it's standing on top of a coffee mug. That I never knew that.
Yeah, it is.
It was like on a coffee mug.
Yeah, I guess I never noticed it either.
Oh my God.
Who set that up?
I have no. I guess it's been like that the whole time we've been in here. I've never looked all behind the computer monitors to see that the little crappy tripod was standing on top of a coffee mug to give it more height.
Well, we're going to need some more height. Can I borrow your coffee mug? You're going to need this permanently.
That's how this place is slapped together. Unfreaking believable. All right, listen, but the good news is, well, the new studio is in the same condition that it was in when I left 2.5 weeks ago. But
I have to admit, I mean, I know it was the holidays.
or maybe it's 3 weeks ago now.
I'm a little disappointed.
Well, I thought we'd be ready to do some dry runs to test out the new studio. Thought we'd maybe be close to getting in there. I thought we'd be in by the end of January. I'm guessing it's going to be March 1st now.
That long?
That's what I'm guessing. Anyway, 6:07 here at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling. I really had a much better opening to the show.
No, that was good. Yeah, the broken camera open.
You like that?
I thought you had that plan the whole time.
No, the broken camera open. Hey, coming and going. Coming and going. I saw this yesterday coming, and then I saw another one yesterday going. I'm talking about yesterday coming into the studio to do the show, and then after 10 a.m. yesterday, leaving and going to the other side of the bridge over to Hillsborough County from here in Pinellas. I saw it going. And, man, I'll tell you what, that's got to suck. If that happens to you, that's got to suck. All right, let me tell you, I'm not going to, drag this out and quiz anybody. So, and I meant to mention this yesterday because it was, man, a mangled mess. And I've noticed an influx of these over the last couple of months. Ladders, work ladders.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about? You want to talk about a freaking nightmare. Can you imagine you're tooling down the interstate at 65, 75, 80 miles an hour, and a ladder falls off a truck? Or suddenly, ladder! Son of a... Oh, my God! Can you imagine? And I've noticed a lot of this lately. And then yesterday, like I said, it was coming and going. At 5:20 in the morning, I'm getting off of the 4th Street exit. So 275, Howard Franklin southbound. I'm driving in the right lane, getting ready to get off. And just before the exit, mangled ladder, like a 10-foot ladder, just all mangled and twisted, which clearly must have fallen off a trailer or a truck, and then somebody smashed into it. And that was yesterday morning, about 5:20, 5:25. And then I'm leaving yesterday. This is about 10, 20, and I'm going back because I have my workout yesterday at X-Force Body, and middle of the Howard Franklin over on the left side, on the little mini shoulder on lane number 1 on the far left, Howard Franklin northbound, another whole different twisted, mangled work ladder.
That's awful.
Man, that's got to suck. Can you imagine you're driving 75 miles an hour and some ladder flies off a truck and you hit it and I mean, you're just dragging. Yeah, that has got to be a day killer, man. That'll F up the front end of your vehicle if you suddenly, ladder! You know? But
secure your ladders, guys. I mean, I see them all over town on the trucks.
Yeah.
That's awful to have one fall off on the interstate.
Coming and going. And what are the chances of that? Mangled ladder coming to work yesterday, that's southbound, and another mangled ladder on the Howard Franklin Bridge northbound yesterday. Yeah, secure your loads. He said load.
Secure them. Keep them all secure.
He said load. All right, I'm a juvenile, all right?
All right.
All right, 6:10 at the MJ Morning Show. Got to secure the load in this studio, man. This studio is a load of crap.
Yeah.
We ought to take bets. Is this studio going to hang on until we make the transition to the news? Oh, my God, the camera's reset again. Son of a bit. What is going on here?
It's going to be a long morning with
it
these
is.
cameras.
All right, traffic's on. Back in a minute.
Well, I don't want to...
Show. It's Q105, MJ and the crew. 621 here on a Friday morning. It's weird because, we came back yesterday. Our first day back was January 2nd. Of course, New Year's Day, January 1st, was Wednesday. And I guess schools start for the most part on Monday. I decided we'd come back yesterday because we were back on Sunday. So I had Monday and Tuesday off, and then Wednesday for New Year's. And listen, why should we burn up vacation days and use up, today and yesterday? So we came back. It just feels weird because you come back and then boom, it's Friday and then the weekend's already here. So, hey, got a nice couple of days off again.
We worked a hard 2 days this week.
Oh, man, it was a hard couple of days. Yeah, man. Hey, I saw a headline that caught my attention, and I had to dig a little deeper into this thing. You could be carrying spit, vomit, and urine in your suitcase if you don't do this. All right? You could be carrying spit, vomit, and urine in your suitcase. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not really into carrying spit, vomit, and urine in my suitcase.
Is that the holy trinity of body fluids right there? I mean, maybe blood. I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, blood.
Blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one would you eliminate, though?
Yeah.
They're all so good.
All right, so you know what the deal is? You know what this, you have any idea?
What, if you don't wash your clothes before you leave your destination?
You know what? You're close. You're kind of barking up the right tree. But, there's even more here. So the headline says carrying spit, vomit, and urine. But actually, it's poop as well. And but I don't know why they didn't put poop in the headline because
that would have been an attention grabber.
But it should be in the headline. And you know what it comes down to? And I tell you, the fix here, the way to correct this is very, very easy. All right, do you have any idea where this is headed? All right, so with the clues I've given you, if you don't do this, you could be carrying spit, vomit, urine, and poop in your suitcase.
I mean, very few people opt to carry that stuff on.
And this, costs you nothing.
What if you, don't use hand sanitizer or something?
No.
What?
Come on, this is easy.
I don't know. What?
All right. What could you put in your suitcase? Let's say you're traveling around, you're walking all over the place.
Yeah.
You're traveling around, and then you put stuff back in your suitcase.
Shoes.
Yes. Duh.
Okay, I've heard that before. There's always crap on your shoes.
Oh, yeah. And, that's why, mom knew best, or at least some moms knew best. All kids, everyone, leave your shoes at the front door, or leave them at the side door. You coming through the garage. Don't walk in the house with your shoes that you've been walking all around the neighborhood in or all over town. No, I saw this. It was like some travel story. And it's like, don't bring, all this stuff home, with you. And it's simple. If you're really, it's wherever it's not just vacation. This story happened to be kind of aimed toward if you're on vacation, you're walking city streets, and you pack your shoes. What are you putting in your suitcase that you picked up on the bottom of your shoes as you're walking around? So it's
I've brought spit, vomit, and urine into the studio this morning.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
No, but really, when you think about it, with all the walking we do everywhere, but especially, I guess, if you're on vacation, if you're in a city, I'll take, Manhattan, for instance. New York City, the island of Manhattan.
It's a lot of walking.
A lot of walking, and a lot of people are walking their dogs on the sidewalk, and there's dog number 1 and dog number 2 everywhere. So you're absolutely walking in all kinds of stuff. So, listen. Wherever you are, you're walking around the Tampa Bay area. You're picking up stuff. There's no doubt about it. It's on the bottom of your shoes, and your shoes are probably filthy. But the story was more aimed toward, hey, you're on vacation, and you're coming home. Don't bring the spit, vomit, urine, and poop back on the bottom of your shoes. And if you just stick your shoes in your suitcase, then you're getting that potentially on other things in the suitcase, and you're bringing it home. So you know what the solution is?
What?
Just put your shoes in a plastic bag. I mean, it's
Like a Walmart bag? Just put them in there, tie them all?
Yeah, just get a cheap, those cheap grocery store plastic bags. That's it. It's it is an easy fix.
You run into the local bodega before you hit the plane at JFK. Can I have an extra bag for my poop shoe?
You're over in London and you just bought some crap at Boots.
Yeah.
Which is, a drugstore over there. And, you just stick your stuff in a plastic bag. Put your shoes in a plastic bag so you're not getting all kinds of street mung all over the inside of your suitcase.
Is that a real concern? Are people really...
I got to be honest. When I see vomit, poop, and, actually, they left poop out of the headline. But when I see vomit, spit, and urine in a headline, I'm doing the story.
Yeah, I'm clicking it.
That's clickbait for me, man.
I want to know more.
But why did they leave poop out of the headline?
I mean, all kinds of things.
Oh, absolutely. Little travel tip from the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I saw another story which caught my attention. Headline was, I'm not leaving any inheritance for my idiot kids. They'll waste it and squander it.
Yeah. As I'm watching my kids grow, I'm starting to feel the same way.
Listen, your daughter's 13 and your son is, what, 7 or 8?
Yeah, these kids aren't bright. I mean, they're going to just
whoa. All right, come on.
I'm kidding.
Come on. First of all, I know your daughter's very bright.
Yeah, she's a real bulb, all right.
Does she test high?
Yeah. She's all right.
Why are you giving me these Larry David kind of...
I don't know. She's not getting Mensa this week.
Anyway, so saw this item. I'm not leaving any inheritance for my idiot kids.
Yeah.
They'll waste it and squander it. And it was a story about a mom who's refusing to leave any money to her kids and instead is going to, leave it to charities and to organizations because she claims that the money is going to go to better use than leaving the money to her, quote, idiot kids who will just blow it and squander it.
How much money are we talking here? I mean, if it's, a couple of $1,000s, big deal, Mom. Where you donate to a charity, we're going to squander a couple of grand.
Yeah.
If it's like, a couple of $1 million, it's a different story.
Lady's name is Janie Kirk. She's 60 years old and just lets her kids have it. Carla is 30 and Adam is 26. And I guess Mom is going to try to blow all the money herself, and then the remainder is going to be left to charity or organizations, which she deems fit to properly use the funds. I wonder how many folks are out there that aren't going to leave jack squat to their kids.
Nothing.
I'm going to leave, whatever we have left. I'm going to try to go through every red cent while I'm alive.
Right.
But
burn it all while you're here.
Hey, listen, I told my parents that.
Use it all.
Every once in a while, the parents bring up, the inheritance, or if you piss them off and, it's like, well, we're going to cut you. I've heard it a couple of times over the years.
Yeah, that sounds like something your dad would say.
I've told my parents a million times over the years, it's like, don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. Go ahead and spend every last nickel.
That's right.
Just go through it all. Even if you got a whole pile of nickels left, just go to the Hard Rock down in Hollywood, because they're down in the Fort Lauderdale. Just play the nickel slots all day.
All day.
Just 24/7 until all the nickels run out. All right. I just thought it was fun. I love the kind of the setup that not leaving any inheritance to my idiot kids.
Isn't 60 a little bit on the young side to make that decision concrete?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, let's say this woman, Janie, is 60, probably has a life expectancy of upper 70s to mid 80s.
Sure. I mean, if she was
on
85
average,
and she said it, now it really cuts.
Because what is the average life expectancy of a female in the United States right now? I think is like 81. Is that about right? Average female life expectancy, U.S. Type in U.S. Read that.
In 2023, the average life expectancy for females in the United States was 81.1.
And what did I say?
You said 81.
I said 81.
What are you doing hanging out with all these old ladies?
You know what? Price is Right rules. I won.
You would be the winner.
Because I did not say 81.2, in which case I would have been over. Son of a... And we'll have more pricing games coming up next on the MJ Morning Show. All right, 6:31. I have a spectacular pile. When I say I've got a good pile of early morons in the news next, I do. And that's moments away. So morons in the news in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, speaking of money, and this kind of... It is 6:39. It is the MJ Morning Show. This is 104.7 FM. It's Q105. And the early morons of the news are on. We start with, this is just quintessential. Guy shot off his own finger here in the state during a murder attempt. Sir, you're doing it all wrong.
He's the murderer?
Well, he's the attempted murderer. Oh. Yeah. Jervin Romero.
Come on, Jervin.
40-year-old guy faces charges of burglary and attempted murder. And this clod ends up shooting his own finger off. This happened in the Tampa Bay area. Do you consider Haines City the Tampa Bay area? All right, it's east, but
yeah.
I still consider
it's in Polk County.
Yeah, Haines City. I consider, there's also always the debate, is Sarasota and Bradenton the Tampa Bay area?
I go from Sarasota north and Lakeland west.
Yeah, that's sort of what I do.
Lakeland, I think it's like the Orlando Metro.
Now, Lakeland is its own little, metropolitan area, but I still consider Lakeland, Sarasota, and then what about how far north? Do you go to like
Homosassa?
Homosassa? Yeah. I was going to say Homosassa.
Inverness.
Yeah. Brooksville, Inverness. Inverness might be on the outer edge.
The border, yeah.
All right, so, Spring Hill also.
Yeah.
Right. But I consider all of that pretty much the Tampa Bay area. Anyway, so Haines City, a dude from Honduras. Can I see, does he have a green card? Is he?
We'll find out soon enough.
A Honduran man shot off his own finger during a murder attempt last weekend, according to the Haines City Police Department. Yeah, so they put out a press release, and I'll share some of the details. They said the incident happened on Sunday around 5:45 p.m. on Tennessee Street in Haines City. So dispatchers get a 911 call from a homeowner who claimed that somebody had been shot
That's not good.
on their property.
All right. That's pretty serious.
Officers, they run code, they lights and sirens. The Haines City Police Department, woo, woo, woo. They're racing to the scene, and they found this 40-something-year-old guy who had suffered several gunshot wounds to his upper torso, according to the press release. Taken to the hospital, serious injuries. Good news is he's expected to recover, but then police announced earlier this week that the investigation pointed toward this other 40-year-old, Jervin Romero, as the shooting suspect. According to investigators, Romero and his former partner of over 20 years had been going through a difficult separation. And during the separation, Romero had been sending messages to her threatening violence and death. Then on Sunday, Romero informed the ex-partner that he was coming to her home. Cops said Romero knocked on the front door, but after the occupants refused to answer the door, he instead walked behind the house, took out a screen from one of the windows, and then climbed through the window into the house. Now, once inside, according to the police report, Mendieta Romero confronted the residents inside, his ex-domestic partner and her new boyfriend. A verbal altercation ensued, and Mendieta Romero and his ex-partner's new boyfriend, at which point Mendieta Romero pulled out a firearm, shot the male victim multiple times. So shooting the new guy that his ex is all hooked up with. So police explained that Romero had shot the boyfriend 5 times, striking his hand, chest, shoulder, grazing his head.
That's one lucky bastard.
But
5 shots.
Romero managed to shoot off his own ring finger. Sir, you're doing it all wrong. All right. You don't stick your finger in front of the barrel when you're pulling. All right, listen, obviously you don't shoot at anybody. You don't go after your ex's new boyfriend for F's sake here, okay?
I mean, there are 6 shots in that gun.
Well,
5 of them hit the other guy.
Hold, you don't know that. It could be a semi-automatic.
Listen, could be.
There's 6 shots in a revolver. But it could be a semi-automatic with a magazine.
For the purposes of this story, I'll take some creative liberty.
Okay, so you're going with a 6-shooter.
6-shooter.
All right.
Old Romero, old Jervis, what's his name? Jervin.
No, I'm sorry, Jervin.
Jervin.
It is Jervin.
Jervin sounds like an insult. Hey, you guys, stop jerving around.
You're a Jervin. What a Jervin.
Jervin. Anyway.
You're Jervin.
Last bullet in the gun, takes off his own ring finger. He must have been talking with one hand. Pointing or something or giving a motion and then firing with the other.
He blasted off his own ring finger. So that caused Romero to drop the gun and then flee. I wonder if he picked up the piece of his finger or if he just left the finger at the scene.
It's gone.
That's really giving somebody the finger. First you shoot him and then you give him the finger.
How poetic would it have been if he would have shot off his middle finger?
Oh, my God. So he dropped the gun. He flees the scene. He left his vehicle behind. Maybe it's tough to drive while you're missing your finger. So
you can't drive with your other hand? You got to leave a whole car behind?
Haines City police ultimately able to find and capture Romero behind some trees within about a mile of where the shooting happened, taken into custody. Now he faces charges of attempted first-degree murder, armed burglary with assault or battery, written threats to kill or injure, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Was that a freaking walkie-talkie? Hello, Breaker 19. Gonna come out and shoot you. In addition, police said they discovered that Romero was a Honduran national who was in the country illegally. What, for like 20 years?
Yeah, it sounds that way.
And he'd already been trespassed from the property, told not to come back. Yeah, detective noted that there were no documented reports to police about threats. Anyway.
Do they have to take new fingerprints?
Well,
I mean, they just arrested the guy. He just shot off his finger.
Just pick up the finger at the scene and fingerprint that. Do you do that? If you find a finger shot off, does the crime tech folks, the crime lab, the technicians, do they pick up the finger and then roll that on the ink?
Have you ever been You've been fingerprinted before?
I have been fingerprinted
Yeah.
because I did that stretch in Stark.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, I was fingerprinted years ago for Florida concealed weapons permit. So yeah, my fingerprints are on file, and all up and through the FBI and the NCIS and all that stuff. NCIC. Yeah, not the NCIS is the TV show. NCIC.
So on Jervin's card, does he have like a missing spot now? There's only 9 fingerprints. There must. There must. What's it? Somebody who's missing a finger. What does their fingerprint card look like?
It's 9.
You missed the spot. Nope, he shot it off.
I think you're probably right. Man, you want to talk about a clod. Listen to this. This idiot up in Citrus County. This is exactly why we call it Morons in the News. This imbecile in Citrus County is accused of throwing a lit firework into a trooper's car.
Dude, that is not cool, man.
Yeah, your day is going to be screwed up badly if you want to try a stunt like this. Yeah, a guy from Citrus County charged with throwing lit fireworks into a moving car. It was a Florida Highway Patrol trooper's vehicle.
Was he driving with his windows down?
Ramses Jimenez, 20 years old. Dude, you're 20, man. I realize the male brain is not fully developed until about 26 or so. But listen, at 20 years old, I think you should know better not to throw a lit firework into a trooper's car. Yeah, so Ramses Jimenez, 20, was, I guess, in the back seat of a car, traveling on a road up in Citrus County. As the vehicle passed the trooper then heard loud pops, noticed smoke around the patrol car. Yeah, the trooper pulled over the car. Jimenez reportedly admitted that he was the one throwing firecrackers. Told the trooper that he was sorry for throwing the fireworks, and he had already lit the fireworks and didn't know what to do with them. So are you telling me that you lit the fireworks in the backseat of a car?
Right.
You got to get rid of it. You throw it out the window, and you happen to throw it into a trooper's car that just happens to be passing?
I mean, if that's the case, it's a terrible coincidence.
It couldn't have been Spanky's Plumbing Company. It had to be
any other vehicle.
It had to be a Florida Highway Patrol trooper's vehicle that you throw a lit firework into from the backseat of the car in which you're traveling.
Yeah, you really need a plan once you light the fuse on these fireworks. You can't just let to see how it goes.
Anyway, he's been charged with a felony. And this brain surgeon, Ramses Jimenez, he told the Florida Highway Patrol that he didn't know that throwing fireworks from a moving vehicle was a felony.
He knows now.
You know what? I didn't know that either. I didn't know that was technically on the books as a felony offense. I mean, listen, if you throw it into a trooper's car, yes, I can see that escalating into a felony, but I didn't know that just chucking fireworks out of a moving car was by statute a felony here in the state of Florida. Learn something new every day. Yeah, several fireworks were found inside the vehicle after it was searched. Man, that's just bad freaking luck. So Jimenez, 20 years old. Son, this is no way to start off your life here, pal.
Oh, yeah, the big brick of black cats.
Yeah. So Jimenez was arrested on 2 felony charges and booked into the Citrus County Jail. That's why we call it Morons in the News. Oh, he had a whole brick. Are those black cats?
Yeah,
they
black
are.
cats.
Yeah, black cats.
He brought the big bundle.
You know, in those red, tissue paper wrappers. What a schmuck. So he probably bought this at some, roadside, like Galaxy, or what's the other one?
I don't know.
Galaxy.
Or boom off your finger. I don't know.
You got several of the fireworks. The big, what's the company that you've been associated with?
Galaxy Fireworks, a fine supporter of Q105 and the MJ Morning Show for years and years.
Yeah, well, you got several of the fireworks companies that set up the stands around town. All right, 6:51. That is why we call it Morons in the News here on the MJ Morning Show. Did you do a little display at your place?
You know what? So I actually had to. I did a remote at Galaxy Fireworks.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. At
the end of the remote, the owner, Sharon, says, "Good job, fat boy."
No, she didn't.
Why don't you take yourself some things for the kids? So I get a couple of they call them the cakes. I'm too old to do the mortars now because it's too much running.
Yeah.
But I do the cakes.
Okay.
And I put on a little fireworks display.
Hold on. So you're saying that you can't light fuses because of your body mass? You can't light fuses and get away fast enough?
No, I can, but it's too much running because
You know what? You might have a weight problem if you light a fuse and you can't run away fast enough.
I can get away. It's just a lot of running each time, back and forth. It has 40 mortars.
Oh, exercise! What a concept!
I'm not looking to get into the exercise world while I'm lighting explosives.
All right.
So I got several cakes and put on quite the display in some abandoned field. Nowhere near my house.
The famous 7 o'clock hour here on the MJ Morning Show starts next here on 104.7 FM, Q105, MJ and Fester. I'll tell you about Banco. 101.7 FM, MJ and Fester. It is 7:02. If you didn't hear the news, Roxanne has left the show. Happened just before the Christmas holidays. And listen, Roxanne gets to spend time with her kids. Mom of what, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old or 8-year-old. So listen, I know it was like doing this show for years and not being able to take the kids to school and everything. So we will have a nationwide search. A new member of the MJ Morning Show will be forthcoming. I find that exciting to be able to do a nationwide search and have just tons of options for a new member of the MJ Morning Show to bring just something brand new to the show. So it's going to be a very exciting 2025. And I'm looking forward to. And there are going to be a lot of folks applying for this because, the radio business is kind of a, dumpster fire these days in many aspects. I mean, a lot of good people out of work. A lot of the big companies have laid off people. Whole shows have been canceled, for budget cuts. So a lot of good people are available. So we ought to have a shit ton of applications. What are you smirking?
You're really building up this job. Oh, the radio industry is terrible.
No, but but listen, I still love the business,
Absolutely.
but the radio business is not what it used to be. Just listen, it's the whole media business.
Can you leave it at, hey, hopefully we have a lot of applicants?
I saw, was it just before we went on Christmas vacation, the parent company of Channel 8 locally, which is Nexstar. They own, I don't know, just some ungodly amount of TV stations around the country, like 200 or 300 TV stations. And Nexstar, they own Channel 8 locally. They laid off 2 or 3% of the entire company in the fourth quarter. Just trimming down the expenses, trimming down the costs. It's everything. Listen, the newspaper business is a crap fest. Hey, like cable TV news right now. With at least CNN and MSNBC, that's a dumpster fire as well. So, I mean, the media business as a whole has undergone some very serious changes. The radio business has been completely affected, and there are a lot of good people that are very talented that had whole shows ripped out from underneath their feet. So I'm just saying that there are going to be a lot of options to add a new member to the MJ Morning Show here in 2025, and the search is on. Simple as that. So, all right, 7:05. You know what I found? I don't know how I stumbled across this. How did I sent the audio bite to Andrew. Oh, you know what? I was cleaning out my Gmail.
Okay.
Over Christmas break because I'm trying to just pare it down, and I was getting the message that your Gmail is 100% full, and that includes the email, all the files that you have on Google Drive, and I don't feel like paying Google $1.99 a month.
Yeah, so let's take hours and hours and hours of your vacation and just waste it while you're traveling with your family, going through your email account.
I guess that's like my great Uncle Davy, who would drive 47 miles out of the way to avoid a toll.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, now that you put it that way. Now, listen, my Gmail's been free, up to 15 gigabytes, and it's been filling up, and I'll even get rid of 3, 4, 5 gigabytes on paper, and it never reflects. They got some kind of racket going on. Anyway, so I was cleaning out some of my Gmail and files, and I stumbled across. Do you remember the Nicolas Cage interview that we did years ago? We had him on for some movie, and, it was a pretty good interview. But then at the very end, I wanted him to do a little ID. And, of course, Nicolas Cage was in the movie National Treasure.
Was that the movie we interviewed him for?
No. It was something else. Maybe it was National Treasure 2 or something. Wasn't there a National Treasure 2? So we have Nicolas Cage on, and I like him. I think he's a phenomenal actor. Now, he's done some great movies. He's also done some absolute piles of crap, because there was a time where he would just take anything because he needed the money. Remember, he was tens of millions in debt or something.
He was burning money.
Oh, he was buying dinosaur skulls for $5 million, and I'm just all kinds. I think he was worse than Michael Jackson for a time. So we had Nicolas Cage on, and I found this audio bite, and I did not delete this file, but we had him on, and at the very end of the interview, I asked him if he could do a little ID. Hey, it's Nicolas Cage. You're listening to the MJ Morning Show. And I was trying to do a little play on National Treasure. And I can't remember if my producer at the time, whoever it was told that, yeah, don't ask him to do any IDs or, here are a lot of times you get celebrity interviews and you get a list of demands or requirements or.
Don't ask him about this.
Yeah, from
he's not going to do this.
The publicist. And listen, I don't like to adhere to that. Don't tell me what I can ask and not ask on my own damn radio show. Anyway, I love Nicolas Cage. I think he's a fantastic actor. I've seen tons of great stuff with him. And at the very end of the interview, I said, hey, can you do a little ID for us?
Nick, I know we got to let you go. You got a whole lineup of interviews. Before you go, can you just say, hey, it's Nicolas Cage, and you're listening to a national treasure, the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, it's Nicolas Cage, and you're listening to a national treasure, the morning. What was the first part?
Hi, it's Nicolas Cage. You're listening to. It's Nicolas Cage, and you're listening to a national treasure, the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, it's Nicolas Cage, and you're listening to a national treasure, the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, it's great to have you on again. You're an amazing talent. We like you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let me stop the tape right there.
Cool.
All right, let me stop right there. So all seem fine.
Yeah.
So there's another 30 seconds I need to play. What have I always done when we're doing those interviews?
Okay, so this is some real radio 101 stuff.
Yeah, this is
If
good.
you ever get into the business and you do recorded interviews, there's really one big rule.
That wasn't recorded. That was live.
Or live.
That was live. That was live. But what is one of the rules that I've always adhered to, and I always avoided recorded interviews. I want to do my interviews live.
See, if there were interviews...
We'll do it live!
If there were interviews that happened
We'll
after
do it live! I'm sorry.
If there were interviews that had to be recorded, you would make me stick around and do them. And I would do them terribly, but there was always one rule.
What's the rule when I do a live interview?
Never hang up.
Always just hang on the line after you say goodbye. Because a lot of times, the celebrity is not calling in directly.
They're being patched through.
They're being patched. So the publicist, they're in a studio or in an office, and the publicist is making the calls to the radio station, talking to our producer off the air. Okay, Nicolas Cage is ready. He's wrapping up an interview. He'll be ready in a minute. He's wrapping up another radio station. You guys are next. So the publicist generally calls the station, gets it all set up, and then brings the celebrity on the line. And the same thing when you're done with the interview, the publicist comes on the line. So that's what happens. Like 99% of the time, when we finished a live interview, I would always just hang on. Oh, what was the one where they went to another radio station and kept us on the line? And I think it was like a Detroit radio station. Do you remember that one? And we just kept like interrupting and making noises during the other interview because we were still on the line.
I remember I recorded an interview with Jason Biggs. And he had a movie coming out, and we talked about his movie.
Was that you? And they kept you on the line?
And then we made it sound like there were voices in the background.
Yeah.
And then he was like complaining. Then he gets on with this other morning show.
And the other morning show was like,
Jason.
the other morning show was like, what the hell's that? Where's that coming from?
You hear the oh, hey, who's that on the line, Jason?
All right, so the very end, let me play the rest of the tape here. So they think they're done with us. They think we've hung up. And then he starts complaining about me having him to do the ID. Hey, it's Nicolas Cage. You're listening to a national treasure, the MJ Morning Show. All right, so here's the end of that. I just thought this was funny.
Nick, I'm sorry. I should have cut in there since they're not supposed to be doing liners.
Would you do that in the next time so I don't have to do it?
I will absolutely roll in. Sam,
Thank
the
you.
guys have said no. So we're taking to Minneapolis. You've got Weasel, Nick, and Josh.
The Weasel, Nick, and Josh. The Weasel, Nick, and Josh show.
What are they doing today?
You know what? Google them. See if Weasel, Nick, and Josh are still on the air in Minneapolis.
And
Josh, and then type in Minneapolis.
Whatever happened to Weasel on 93X?
Oh, it's Reddit.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis. I wonder if that radio show is still on. I don't know if there's... Oh, wait a sec. 93X Radio, the half-assed morning show.
I love the name from 15 years ago, though.
Oh, 15 years ago.
Their Facebook page from 2009.
Yeah, they might be gone. The Weasel, Nick, and Josh morning show. Hang on, listen a little more.
Weasel, Nick, and Josh.
That's
okay.
their rock. So hopefully they'll behave. Hang on one moment.
Hopefully they'll behave.
Well, rock. You never know.
Oh, is it that kind of an interview?
No, it's a rock
great.
station.
It's like, great. So the publicist is telling Nick Cage, it's one of those rock morning shows. Hopefully they'll behave. You know, sometimes, some of those rock morning shows, they think they're so hip and they're just obnoxious and, too hip for the room. And, they always got to be edgy.
A big deal. Roll with the punches, Nick.
Forced edginess. And then he's like, oh, great.
All right.
You already did a rock, and they were fantastic. So.
Okay.
Anyways, so that was a little bit of a clip. But he got ticked off. Come on, give me a freaking ID. And guess what? What did I get? I got the ID.
I'll tell you, he put absolutely no effort in. He did stop himself to correct it to get it right. I'll give him that professional courtesy of acknowledging that. However, he put no effort behind it. Hey, this is Nick Cage.
Hey, do me a favor, Andrew. Can you ISO just the ID for me? Yeah, we'll. We do have it. Hold on a minute. We do have just the ID. Here we go.
Hi, it's Nicolas Cage, and you're listening to a national treasure, the MJ Morning Show.
I mean, can you take a breath,
The
Nick?
MJ Morning Show. Hey, Fester, you love food.
I do, yes.
Yeah, I'm a foodie as well.
Yes.
I just weigh probably, what?
1/3?
I weigh a third of what you weigh. No, I'm probably what? I'm half.
How much you weigh?
I am right now 186,
Ooh.
187.
So double that would be what, 360? Yeah, you're 1/2.
I am half of Fester's weight. All right, so Fester is a big food consumer, obviously. I stumbled across a list of sandwiches that were once popular and have kind of like gone extinct.
Okay.
And I want to know if you've ever heard of these sandwiches. You ever hear of a coronation chicken sandwich?
Nope.
The crown jewel of curried chicken. That sounds good to me. So I guess it used to be a popular sandwich. It's not. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to go through a list here. Some of these you're going to have heard of, absolutely, and some of them maybe not. You ever hear of olive loaf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love olive loaf.
Can you still buy that?
I mean, it's in the deli case. Yeah, you can find it. They have like the green olives inside like bologna.
But is that what it is?
Or salami or
some
something.
kind of coagulated mystery meat, and then you've got like olives all jammed in like eyeballs?
Yeah, it's exactly right. Some of them have like the green olive and the pimento in the middle of it.
Okay, so that's olive loaf.
That's olive loaf.
All right, that's never been my thing.
Oh, I love olive loaf.
You ever heard of a chow mein sandwich?
No, but I could probably figure out what it is.
So I guess this used to be popular. They used to take like chow mein out of a can. Remember like Chung King chow mein out of a can? Was it La Choy?
La Choy. That was the company.
There were two brands. There used to be like Chinese food in a freaking can. And one was like La Choy and one was Chung King. And
I remember La Choy in the blue can, and it came with two cans. One was like crispy noodles, and then the other can was the chow mein.
Oh, you mix it all up?
You had to mix it.
Okay. Anyway, so folks used to take the chow mein out of the can and put it between two slices of bread and have a chow mein sandwich?
I've never done that.
All right. Here's one I know you've heard of, fluffernutter.
Yeah, of course.
So people don't really do this much anymore.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, so fluffernutter was like two pieces of Wonder Bread, and then you'd have like a layer of peanut butter, and then you'd have like this goop of like marshmallow fluff.
Marshmallow fluff. That's the fluffer. Yeah, the fluffer. The nutter.
Fluffer nutter. So the fluffer was the marshmallow. The nutter was the...
Who are they asking? Because that seems like a rite of childhood to have a fluffer nutter sandwich.
What parents are making their kids fluffer nutter sandwiches these days?
Let me tell the kids what we're having for dinner tonight.
Like just give the kid a 4-pound bag of Domino's sugar.
Listen, my mother used to make a fluffer nutter.
Here's a bag of sugar and a spoon.
Mom made us a fluffer nutter, but she made it healthy, and she had it was a fluffer nutter nanner because she'd chop up a banana in it as well. You got a vegetable or a fruit in it.
You're bringing up nanners.
Nanners.
Banana and mayonnaise sandwich?
Okay, I've heard of it.
Oh, my. I've heard of this. I have never. That sounds absolutely throw up in my mouth disgusting. Banana and mayonnaise sandwich? Holy. Oh, my. That is awful.
Ugh.
But apparently they're not popular anymore, and thank God for that. All right, finger sandwiches are on the list. Those little finger sandwiches.
Yeah.
I guess you don't see those much anymore.
Who makes it? I mean, tea places?
And then 2 more here. Liverwurst sandwiches.
I love a liverwurst.
Tell you what, if you thought they were on the way out after the whole boar's head liverwurst listeria contamination and death march, tell you what, liverwurst is really freaking off the radar now.
Boar's Head had the best liverwurst.
Yeah, not anymore. They totally discontinued the product line after, how many, like 10 people died?
I think so. That sounds about right, yeah.
Crap. All right, then finally, the Sloppy Joe. What happened to the I remember at school, when I was in elementary school, you used to have Sloppy Joe sandwich days where, in the cafeteria, you get your little, plastic tray or whatever that crap was. It Marmite? What was remember you used to have those?
That molded hard plastic?
With the little sections?
Yes.
Yeah, that molded plastic tray that used to have the different compartments for the different crap.
I was just in an Army-Navy store a couple of months ago.
Will they sell those?
They sell them in like the metal.
Oh, the metal ones?
Yeah, like the ones they have in prison.
No, but Sloppy Joes. They used to serve them at school. I don't think they serve Sloppy Joes at school anymore. And then you had like the Manwich. Then you'd buy the can of like the Sloppy Joe sauce.
You just add meat.
And you'd add like a pound of ground beef. And my mom used to make Sloppy Joes when I was like, I don't know, like 9, 10 years old.
That might be like a once every 2-year thing we might make at the house.
You want to hear something funny? I probably came home from school and told Mom that I want Sloppy Joes just like school. You know what else I once told my mom? And my mom brings this up every once in a while.
What?
I demanded that she use an ice cream scooper to scoop the mashed potatoes and put them on my plate.
I will say.
Remember schools used to do that?
School lunch mashed potatoes were perfect in their scoopage.
I'll tell you what. There is something that I remember from elementary school. And I have never had this again. And I totally crave this. It was a pig in a blanket. So they took a hot dog rather.
Hot dog, all right.
And they baked it into the bun. But the bun was this amazingly dense and doughy bun that I don't think I've ever had that same flavor and consistency again from like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And I'm like craving.
Was it like the size of a football? Was it just like a regular?
It was, like the size of a sandwich.
Okay, so I make pigs in the blanket for the kids. We use crescent rolls.
But it was different. It was like I'm like, to this day as an adult, far removed, I still have not had that same doughy denseness that was like just ridiculously satisfying. Now, at least it feels that way, or maybe it's some kind of sometimes you have memories that you enhance and you make much better than they were. But I've never had that dense, doughy pig in a blanket.
In hindsight, when you think about everything you've eaten in school cafeteria, none of it was that good. At the time, it might have seemed great.
Yeah, maybe
but in
you're
reality.
Right. Yeah. So you're saying my palate wasn't refined and advanced at the age of 7?
Listen, I thought Salisbury steak and chocolate milk was fancy eating in like 3rd grade.
All right, 7:21 at the MJ Morning Show. Running a few minutes late here. We will start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. There's something I can't freaking get out of my head. It's driving me nuts. I'll explain in just a bit. And that's just one of about 100 things coming up because we do an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. If you want the best deal on a Ford car, truck, or SUV, 7:28. It's the MJ Morning Show. MJ and Fester in house. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. 1 hour and 20. And if you set a little stopwatch, it's never an hour and 20 minutes. It's never under. It is always over. Go on, test me. Go on. What you check it out. Why don't you go ahead and verify some. Always over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ here on the MJ Morning Show. I got a number of audio bites I want to play. Some reels that popped up in my feed, and just a couple of these are absolutely freaking insane. So I'll get to that coming up in just a bit. Before the break, I mentioned something that is just stuck in my head, and I can't get it out of my head. And it is related to a new movie. I think this opened up like the week before Christmas.
Okay.
I think this might have opened up like December 18th-ish. And I'm talking about the new Timothy Chalamet movie.
You talking about the Bob Dylan movie?
Exactly. You know what? I've also talked about this in the past. Michelle hates Bob Dylan.
Why?
Oh, my God. My wife just hates. I don't know what it is. Now, listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm the biggest Bob Dylan fan, but there obviously are a number of Bob Dylan songs that are classics that I don't mind. But for whatever reason, Michelle hates Bob Dylan like freaking poison. I don't know why. So the movie came out just before Christmas. What's it called?
A Complete Unknown?
A Complete Unknown. And I actually want to see the movie. The movie's getting rave reviews. Oscar-worthy performance from Timothy Chalamet. And, of course, Timothy Chalamet is a big star these days. I mean, he's a hot property.
He's in everything now, right? Wasn't he Wonka?
Dune. And was he I don't know his whole resume. But listen, I know that Timothy Chalamet is off the charts. And what I can't get out of my head from like the commercials and the trailers, I can't get the. Oh my God! It's just like, how does it feel? How does it feel? Of course.
From what is that?
That's
a Rolling Stone?
Like a Rolling Stone.
And that's where the line.
Yeah, how does it feel? And it's just playing in my. You know when you get something stuck in your head, and I'll have listeners complain about something that I'll say or something we'll do, or
something you'll play in audio or something.
Something will play on the show, and I'll have listeners I'll have listeners complain. Thanks, MJ. I'll have people send me like a message on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, or someone will send me an email to mj@mjmorningshow.com, and they're like, well, thank you, pal. Thanks for, sticking that in my head. It's been in my head. Well, this is in my freaking head all day.
That's the question.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
The Bob Dylan sound. How does it feel? Now, Andrew, turn your mic on. Now, in the trailer and the commercial, do we have the audio? Is it this in the commercial and the trailer? Are they using the Bob Dylan song? Or are they using like Timothy Chalamet singing Bob Dylan?
From what I've read, it is Timothy Chalamet.
Do we have that audio? Did you pull that audio from the trailer? I thought we were going to do that.
Or are we going to do a side-by-side comparison of
No.
Timothy Chalamet?
We'll have a how does it feel off? No, but listen, I'm just telling you that for whatever reason, like the last freaking, and you know what, it was, I think even before the movie came out, you know, they're running the trailers, and I just find myself just driving down the road, and in my head I'm going, how does it feel? And, you know, with Timothy Chalamet so hot, and, you know, the young crowd, you know, Generation Z and millennials, all into Timothy Chalamet, one of the hottest properties in the movies these days. I mean, he's a big star. You know, that's going to expose a younger audience to Bob Dylan with the whole story of Bob Dylan.
Yeah, but who's going to see this movie? This sounds like an over 55 crowd.
I'll tell you who's not going to see the movie is my wife.
Yeah, right. But is your daughter going to see it?
Hey, one second. Hey, hold on a second. It's a good question. I guess I can call up Chloe and ask her. Yeah. Oh, man. About this time yesterday, I played the Burger King jingle. The
melts.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Now.
What's
shut
her
up.
deal?
My God.
What kind of crazy New Year's resolution does she have to hang up on us every day? That sucks.
So, yesterday was the Burger King, the melts, and Michelle hates those Burger King. So, what have you learned from today's show and yesterday's show? Michelle hates the Burger King commercials with the guy singing, you know, all the, you know, the almost like the ad-libby making up the crap as you go along, and she hates Bob Dylan. And I'm not gonna even call her back. I was gonna say, hey, Michelle, will you go see the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan movie with me?
And she won't, right?
There's no way. No way in hell. Andrew, so this is actually Bob Dylan. All right, and you've got the trailer for the Timothy Chalamet movie, right? All right, roll that audio. Let me hear that. Go. How does it feel? All right, so that's Timothy Chalamet. That's pretty damn good. So you're saying that is Timothy Chalamet singing that? I didn't know the guy could sing. I mean, roll it again.
Wonka.
Yeah, I didn't see that. All right, roll it again. Roll, let me hear it.
How does it feel?
So that's just playing in my head. How does it feel?
Well, how does it feel? Just to have it on loop.
I got to try to get it out of my head right now because I'm going to move the hell on. Here on the MJ Morning Show. And then, speaking of Timothy Chalamet, hey, let me call Chloe. Hang on a minute. I think she's going to work early today. All right, calling Chloe's cell number. See if she'll pick up. Because that's a good question.
Hello?
Hey, Chloe, are you at home or are you on the way to work?
I'm at home still.
Okay. Hey, do you have any desire to see the Timothy Chalamet movie about Bob Dylan?
I didn't know that was a thing.
See, she doesn't even know. This is Timothy Chalamet's audience. You know, these are the people that see his movies, and Chloe didn't even know that what a complete unknown was. This is a complete mystery to her.
Hold on. So you're a Timothy Chalamet fan, correct?
Yeah, I think he's cute and stuff, and he's, closer to my age, I think.
He's 29.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 23, he's 29.
Yeah, and I've pretty much liked every movie he's in, but I wouldn't say I'm a diehard Timothy Chalamet fan.
All right, so you did not know that he was starring in a new movie about Bob Dylan?
No, I am so out of the pop culture and anything that has to do with celebrities.
Oh, well, it's not like Bob Dylan is at the center of pop culture these days, but Timothy Chalamet has certainly brought him back and put him. But do you even know who Bob Dylan is?
The singer?
You know what? Yes.
That is correct. A singer. No, but do you know anything about Bob Dylan?
Honestly, not that much, to be honest with you.
Have you ever heard this?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for playing along.
I mean, Mr. Tambourine Man, Lay Lady Lay, Blowing in the Wind.
Yeah, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was older music. Like,
Yeah, he is. Bob Dylan's like 80 years old.
Yeah, he's 81.
81.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Yeah, he's knocking on heaven's door right about now.
Yeah, when it comes to older music, and not to offend anyone, I really like 70s and 80s. You know that.
Hold on, no, Bob Dylan's 83.
We stand correct. He's 83, born in 41.
Yeah. Bob Dylan is 83 years old at this point.
Yeah, so he might be just a little bit before the music I started listening to, I think.
All right, Chloe, talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Little Chloe here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, a couple of other audio bites I want to play. And I thought this was hysterical. This popped up in my feed, and every couple of days I'll start scrolling through my Instagram reels just to see, hey, is there any good content here?
See what pops up.
And every once in a while I strike some pay dirt. Have you seen the video where the lady goes off on what chocolate cake is? It's great.
No, I usually get chocolate cake videos to my feed just by the algorithm.
What do you consider chocolate cake? What is chocolate cake?
All right, chocolate is a chocolatey cake. I mean, I don't know, a fluffy flour-based baked concoction.
Right. Listen to this. This is great. Listen to this woman, and she's got like a minute and a half debate regarding chocolate cake, and she is very, very clear on what she considers chocolate cake, and she's essentially scolding and excoriating others who think that this particular cake falls under chocolate cake, and she's not taking any crap. She's like, no, that's not chocolate cake. Listen to this.
We're having a debate in my home. It's not a debate. It's a debate. It's a
All right, so
wow, this is very heated.
Like I said, man, this popped up in my scroll in my feed. I'm like, oh man, we got to talk about this. So she's rolling video and she's like setting it up on what she considers chocolate cake. You can hear there's a guy going nuts. I think the cops are about to be called here.
I can instantly tell she's very passionate about chocolate cake.
All right, listen to this.
We're having a debate in my home. It's not a debate. It's a debate. It's a debate. It's a debate about chocolate cake, about yellow cake. Chocolate or chocolate? It's the yellow cake. It's a yellow cake. It's a yellow cake. Bro, okay. So we're having a debate in our home about yellow cake and chocolate icing. Everybody is saying that it's chocolate cake instead of your yellow cake with chocolate icing. It is not a chocolate cake. If I bring to a party a yellow cake and a chocolate icing, y'all gonna expect a chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake. It's not a chocolate cake. It's a yellow cake with chocolate icing.
Listen to the guy in the background. It's chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake.
All right. So far, I completely agree with her.
All right. So by now you figured out what this argument is over. The guy is trying to say that
chocolate cake,
if you have a yellow cake with chocolate frosting and, the chocolate frosting in between the layers.
Yeah, the icing.
The guy is calling that chocolate cake.
Ooh, I got big problems.
The woman is saying it is not chocolate cake. And, Fester, I think we might be on the same side here.
Yeah.
I agree with her.
She is completely right.
A chocolate cake is the cake is chocolate. The cake is a brown chocolate cake, the cake part, and then the frosting is also chocolate.
Okay.
That's a yellow cake with chocolate, and I like that. I like for instance, a great chocolate cake, for instance, is like Wright's.
Sure, Wright's Gourmet Deli.
Wright's Deli.
Possibly the best cake, at least in town.
So Wright's, and of course the Wright's family, they sold it, recently.
I haven't had any cake since they sold it.
I'm sure the cake is the same. But the chocolate cake at Wright's, that is a quintessential chocolate cake. It is a brown chocolate, moist, fluffy cake inside. It's the thick chocolate icing on the. That's a chocolate cake.
But it's a chocolate.
That's chocolate. All right, but a yellow cake,
right, with chocolate icing.
And I'm not talking about uranium here, folks. But a yellow cake with chocolate. You know what? That'd be good. A chunk of yellow cake uranium just coated with chocolate frosting.
Sounds delicious.
Good. No, but I like a yellow cake with chocolate, but I don't consider that a chocolate cake.
It's yellow cake. The same way I wouldn't consider a chocolate cake with like a cream cheese icing or a white icing to be a white cake.
And, for me, for a white cake, sometimes people call a white cake when it's yellow cake.
Yeah.
So in order to use...
I've made that mistake. I've made that culinary mistake before.
I love an all-white cake, too, where it's white frosting, and the cake has got to be white.
No yolks.
And in order for... Yeah, you don't use egg yolk, and I think you use there's some other ingredients that you use to get the actual white. I mean, a real white cake. Anyway, this argument goes on. This house is about to have gunshots inside. I'm going to tell you right now.
That is not a chocolate cake. A chocolate cake, it consists of cocoa. It consists of cocoa. That is a chocolate cake. That is yellow cake with chocolate icing. There is no
chocolate cake. Just like somebody says, oh, I want a fudge cake. If there's fudge,
then that's a fudge. That's fudge cake. Then that's fudge. There's no yellow cake. That's not a yellow cake cake.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Anybody somebody says, oh, I would love a strawberry cake. It's just strawberry icing.
That's not true, because maybe I want vanilla icing. Maybe I want vanilla icing. So then I'll say I want a strawberry cake with vanilla icing.
Yes.
I want strawberry cake with lemon icing. We have had strawberry cake with lemon icing. No, it is not.
I have never had a strawberry cake with lemon icing, and that sounds fantastic.
You know what?
It really does.
I want to get a recipe for that.
Yeah, that sounds
I want to make it. Anyway.
I want her to make it. She sounds like an excellent cook.
That video popped up in my Instagram Reels. I'm like, oh, my God, I've got to play that audio. That is hysterical. All right, what the hell's going on the Howard Franklin Bridge? Is it both directions?
So this looks like it's coming from Tampa into... It looks like I see emergency vehicles on both sides of the
Are you
bridge.
kidding? Hold on a minute. Special traffic update. Let's go to the Fester Skycopter high above the Howard Franklin Bridge. Fester, what are you seeing right now?
All right, we're on top of the Howard Franklin Bridge right now on the Fester Skycopter on the MJ Morning Show. It looks like a big crap show here.
All right, cut the crap.
There's emergency vehicles on both sides.
I just talked normally. What's going on?
There's emergency vehicles at the top of both directions, going into St. Petersburg and going toward Tampa.
Oh, my God. All right,
toward Tampa is down to 2 lanes. Going to St. Petersburg, it's 1 lane at the tip top of the bridge. And there are thousands of people locked in this right now.
All right, hold on a minute.
I have no idea what's actually going on.
Let me tell you what I'm seeing. So, Howard Franklin southbound, I'm seeing all of the left lanes. It looks like lane 1, 2, and 3 are blocked, and only lane 4 is getting by. So if you're Howard Franklin southbound, 275 southbound Howard Franklin.
Coming into St. Petersburg.
From Tampa to St. Pete, only the far right lane is moving. And all of the other lanes, the far left lane, which is lane 1, the next lane is 2, then the middle is 3, and then the outside is 4.
Yes.
So it looks like lanes 1, 2, and 3 are completely blocked. I-275 southbound, and only the number 4 lane, the far right, is getting by. Just a little trickle of traffic coming by. Then I'm looking at the traffic cams for I-275 northbound Howard Franklin. And, Andrew, what are you hearing? Andrew, turn your mic on. You're hearing there was a fatality on the Howard Franklin?
Yeah, reports are there was a fatal accident just before 7 a.m.
Oh, my God, that's awful.
All right, so lanes 1 and 2 are getting by the innermost lanes.
Yeah, so the far left lane and the next lane, lanes 1 and 2, those are the lanes that are moving on the Howard Franklin northbound. So, again, it's coming and going. It's north and south. And unfortunately, Andrew says that there was a fatality in the accident 270. Hey, Shriner, come on in here. Shriner does our traffic. And
He may have more information.
Shriner, grab Mike.
Hey, Shriner.
Grab Mike, too. We just kind of gave the lowdown here. Can you add anything to this?
Not avoid the Howard Franklin both directions is really what it comes down to. The original accident was northbound on the hump.
Right.
And it looked initially that people heading southbound were slowing down to watch. Now, when you get past that original accident heading to Pinellas southbound, that's when the second accident happened going the other direction. Now, that's the bad one. Northbound, they're saying delays could be up to an hour. Southbound to Pinellas, they're saying delays could be up to 2 hours.
All right, so Andrew was saying there was a fatality on the northbound.
Which one's the bad one?
Yeah, where's the
Right
fatality?
now, the southbound one seems to be the longer delay.
Okay,
2
hold
hours.
on.
Do we know where the fatality is?
I haven't had a chance to dig into that. I'm
All
just
right.
looking for delays and
Okay.
rerouting.
All
Take
right.
Courtney Campbell or
So
Gandy.
your barometer of the worst accident is the longer delay.
Right.
Okay, not the actual outcome of the accident. Okay.
Well,
No, my barometer is how it's impacting everybody else.
Okay.
Obviously, the death is the worst thing.
All right.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're talking
the
the same
bottom
way.
line is, if you can avoid the Howard Franklin I-275 north and southbound, either going from Hillsborough to Pinellas or Pinellas to Hillsborough, just try to avoid this bridge altogether.
This is why we need a ferry.
Even though
This is why we need a Tampa Bay ferry.
So even though it's 7:48, I'm guessing that I'm probably taking the Gandy home.
Yeah.
Even 2.5 hours from now, I'm probably going to take the Gandy home.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's what's going on. If you're stuck in traffic both ways, you got problems. If you can, take the Gandy, take the Courtney Campbell, take Tampa Road to Hillsborough, whatever you have to do. I don't know if I'd go all the way down the Sunshine Skyway and hook back up.
It depends where you're going. If you're going from St. Pete to Apollo Beach, hook around.
Yeah, maybe Ruskin, Apollo Beach.
It depends where you're headed.
You might want to do that.
Or go back home.
Yeah, just take the day off.
You know what? Just extended the New Year's break.
Hey,
All right, special traffic update.
hey Shriner, real quick.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Yes, sir.
cake is
Yes, I'm in favor.
Okay, hold on. Is yellow cake with chocolate icing considered chocolate cake?
Oh, no.
See? Right there. You're
That's
right.
yellow cake with chocolate icing.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
Chocolate cake is chocolate cake all the way through.
Yeah, just like the lady.
We're having a debate in my home.
It's not a debate.
It's a f***ing debate. It's a debate. It's a debate about chocolate cake, about yellow cake.
Chocolate on it or chocolate?
It's the yellow cake. It's a yellow cake. It's a yellow cake. Bro, okay. So we're having a debate in our home about yellow cake and chocolate icing. Everybody is saying that it's chocolate cake instead of your yellow cake with chocolate icing. It is not a chocolate cake. If I bring to a party a yellow cake and a chocolate icing, y'all gonna expect a chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
It's not a chocolate cake. It's a yellow cake with chocolate icing.
That's a chocolate cake.
That is not a chocolate cake. A chocolate cake consists of cocoa.
Oh, man.
She's right.
No, let's elevate the discussion and go flourless chocolate tort. Is
Get
that
outta
still
here.
a cake?
Get the hell out of here.
Get outta here.
Get the hell out of here.
Get all nerdy on us.
All right,
like
so
cake.
far, that's the best audio bite of 2025.
I love her. That's great.
You know what? That's the new member of the MJ Morning Show.
You know what? Let's get her an application.
Send her an application for the job opening here on the MJ Morning Show. Wow. All right, another. Hey, Fessa, did Andrew miss a bleep in that?
He totally did. I totally heard it. Kate, Andrew,
Andrew, you might have missed
you might have missed it.
might have missed a bleep
I
in
heard
that.
it come from the guy. Now, mind you, he's off mic and
Yeah.
he's well back. But I heard maybe it was me just placing words at the right spot, but I didn't hear a bleep at all, and I thought I heard it fly.
So you spent time in New York because you were born in New York.
Yes.
You were born on Long Island.
Yes, I was born in Mercy Hospital,
Was that like Merrick or something?
Rockville Center.
Oh,
yeah.
Mercy. Oh, in Rockville Center.
Yep.
Oh, I know where that is. Right off the Southern State Parkway. Right? All
I
right. So
haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, because I had relatives that lived in Rockville Center. So you left Long Island, New York when you were what, like fifth grade?
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade.
Yeah, fifth
All right, so what were you? You were 10, 11 years old?
Yeah, I went to 1 year of elementary school, then I went to middle school and high school here.
Of course, what big supermarket chains do you remember from up in New York? And of course, I lived in New York until I was 11.
All right.
And then we moved to Virginia Beach. So I have, big New York area supermarket chains that I have in mind.
All right, I remember one called King Cullen.
Not the one I'm looking for, but that is correct.
I remember A&P.
Yep.
I remember ShopRite.
That's the one I'm looking for. ShopRite. Yeah. So
ShopRites are still around.
Oh, they
Well,
are.
they're a Kroger property.
The ShopRite?
I think so.
ShopRite. Also, there was Pathmark back in the day.
Pathmark, yeah.
Grand Union. There was another one. Anyway, but I want to zero in on ShopRite. Another video that I stumbled across, a guy quitting his job at ShopRite over the PA system.
Oh, man, that's how I want to go.
Or if you think about it, I've seen these videos. We've heard about these. People just not quiet quitting, somebody loudly quitting at their job. And here's an example. The guy picks up the phone, and makes a PA announcement in the whole damn store.
This is me quitting my job. Hello, attention, ShopRite customers. Jim, Ken, Angela, Perry, this is Chris. And I would just like to say, I quit and you!
You know what?
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner? ShopRite's got the answer.
Good for him. That's how you quit a job.
Then he's calling out like coworkers' names as well.
Hey, Angela.
Haven't we had those in the past, like a Target or Walmart?
You get on the PA system, and I mean, it is your own profane radio show. I mean, nobody can stop you. If you have the PA open at one of these stores, I mean, you're at least 30 seconds away from, somebody approaching you or even finding you. You can say whatever you want.
Running a few minutes late with obviously the traffic coverage here. I want to talk about the throne. Now, I'm not talking about the turlet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about Game of Thrones, but there's something called throning. Do you know what throning is?
You know what? I don't want to guess.
A lot of Generation Z and millennials know what throning is. You know what? I probably ought to call my Gen Z authority. You know what? Let me call. Chloe usually knows. Hang on. Let me call Chloe back. It's a two-time Chloe show. Yeah, Chloe. Hey, Chloe, are you available to talk for a second?
Sure.
Are you still at home?
Yes.
All right, you're getting ready.
What's with the pissy attitude?
Yeah, well, yeah. What am I bothering you?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to get out of the house.
All right. Hey, so you're Generation Z, and I have an item here that talks about throning. And throning is a new Generation Z trend in the dating pool. So, do you know what throning means?
No.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All right, now I have to look it up.
We've stumped Gen Z Chloe, my daughter.
I was waiting for you to tell me what it is, Chloe, but 10 signs that someone is throning their partner?
I will turn it up and listen, or listen to the podcast later, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah, she's all rushed trying to get to work.
Hold on.
Yeah.
10 signs that someone is throning their partner.
Yeah, I know what I'm about to tell you what it is.
I've never heard this term. I'm trying to figure out exactly what throning means.
Guess what? I didn't know what it meant until I saw this a couple of days ago either.
But guess what? I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay, thanks.
Guess what? That's a good idea.
Hey, thanks. All right.
All right. So throning is a new name for something that's been around for a long time. Throning is described as dating somebody who is out of your league in an attempt to improve your own reputation. So some other examples, or like synonyms, like dating up, or even just dating out of your league. So that's throning. And apparently this is a huge Generation Z trend right now, and that's throning, in dating somebody that's out of your league. And, to me, this brings up, a lot of questions. If you're dating somebody that's out of your league, how did you get to that point of being able to date somebody that's so-called out of your league?
You've come to the expert. I'll tell you what. Listen.
Well, I'm not far
Yeah,
behind
I'm
you.
about to say, being a
Yeah.
hideous-looking man, anybody I've ever had any relationship would have been out of my league.
All right, now this
And
is.
I can tell you the secret, guys.
All right, listen to this. According to the American Association for the Advancement of Science,
They're working on this. The advancement of science is doing
Listen-
big studies on throning.
listen to this. Both men and women tend to pursue partners who are on average 25% more desirable than themselves. Dr. Bruce Y. Lee of Psychology Today illustrates in a recent blog, throning begins in high school, where teenagers tend to seek proximity to popularity. Eventually, those teens grow up to become adults who might continue to seek partners for other clout-chasing reasons. Throning can continue well into adulthood, which is one of the reasons why the big persons on campus, the big professional luminaries, and the big celebrities always seem to have people interested in dating them, regardless of how they look, act, and treat other people. In the long term, it does work. So as long as you are treating everyone with kindness and respect. But of course, there's the obvious caveat. Throning your partner can be a blatant and potentially relationship-killing attempt to take advantage of their wealth and status. Dude, what noises are you making over there?
It started with a cough, and then it ended up into a snot suck.
You're making the most disgusting bodily noises over there.
Yeah.
Can you just turn your mic? And you're doing them right into the microphone.
I was a little off, Mike. Not far, though.
You were not.
Not far. I was pretty
All
close.
right, I want to go to phones on this. So any aspect of throning, any aspect.
Are you're asking if people are dating out of their league?
So if you are the throner, if you're the thronee, have you tried to throne by dating up? Have you tried to improve your own reputation by trying to? And I see what they're saying about high school in trying to attach yourself to the more popular ones to elevate.
Yeah, they'll be the quarterback of the football team type guy, or
Sometimes
the homecoming queen.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes you're rejected. All right, let's go to phones on this. Any aspect, any observation, if you have throned, if you've been throned, good stories, bad stories. I mean, angles that I'm not even thinking of regarding throning. Have you consciously done this, or have you subconsciously done this? Anyway, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you have any thoughts on this, agree, disagree. Have you been part of this throning process? You know, whether it's high school, whether you're a millennial, whether you're Generation Z, whether you're Generation X. What thoughts do you have on throning? Were you successful? Were you rejected? If you were able to glom on and date up, did it work for you? Was it a success? Was it a failure? I mean, there are so many different angles with the men and women that are listening to the show right now. I'm sure that there are numerous angles that listeners can bring to the conversation. And I saw this throning. So that's the new term for something that's, been around for some time. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Yes, Fester, you're dying to say something.
No, I'm just thinking about this. I don't know that I've ever gone out with anybody, or even in my adult life, I have too many friendships where I solely have it in the back of my head thinking I'm going to get something out of this. And that's what throning is. You're dating somebody because of their reputation. I'm trying to date the most popular person because it'll make me more popular, not because I'm genuinely interested in that person. I'm nicer to them, in public, or I'm singing their praises in front of them to make them feel better about being with me. I've never been with somebody either in a friendship capacity or a relationship capacity where I'm thinking in the back of my head, I am totally going to get something out of this.
All right, well, the The phones are ringing. So Andrew is screening calls right now. Can I start taking calls? All right. Looks like bring up the screener.
There we go.
All right, let me grab it. And if you want to get in, 800-990-1047. Any aspect of this concept, which is not new, it's just a new name. Andy in St. Pete, we'll start it off with you. Andy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I used to think that if I dated certain people, I'd be dating up. But I realize the older I get, there's no such thing as dating up. I mean, you just have to have the right mindset, and everybody. There's nobody that's better than you, and people need to know that. I mean, you can hang out with more popular people, but the person's not going to date you if you don't have any confidence. You have to have certain things in line, but there's nobody that's out of anybody else's league. Really?
What are you, a therapist?
Well, hold on a minute. You're saying, I don't know if I agree with, well, all right. In reality, it shouldn't be that way, that a human should, the whole thing of, the woman or the man is not as good looking as the other, and that puts them out of the league. I mean, should that really be a criteria? In reality, it shouldn't, Andy, but we're in a very superficial society, and that's always mentioned. Like, oh man, look at her. How did he get to go out with her? Oh man, listen, I think that's been said about me. I mean, people over the years have said, "Hey, how did MJ land Michelle? She's so much better looking than him, relatively speaking."
Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with looks, because I'm not a 10 by any means. I'm a solid 7, maybe an 8, but it doesn't prevent me from dating somebody that's depending on. It doesn't matter about their looks or financial status or any of that. It has to do with how the person feels about themselves on the inside, because that's going to reflect on the outside.
Well, that's reality. That is what you'd hope for, but it's not always reality. So, Andy, what is your status right now?
Currently, I'm single. I was with a woman. I broke up with her, but I'm currently, lining things up.
A man who says he's a 7.5 is single. Color me
shocked. I'm talking to my yoga instructor, and that looks promising.
Hold on. Well, you're trying to get with your yoga instructor?
Yeah.
Looking to do some private hot yoga?
Something like that.
I got you.
Downward dog action?
Thank you. A little downward doggy style. All right.
Hey,
D in St. Petersburg. D, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Been there, done it all, but I'll tell you.
Hold on. Did you just say been there, done it all?
Yep.
What exactly does done it all mean?
Oh, I think I hear it in D's voice. D has done it all.
Well, I'm telling you, it's not all what it's cracked out to be, because you're better off. I mean, you might find some guy that looks good. People look at you when you're with them, but the nerdy ones are the best ones.
The nerdy ones are the best ones.
Just measure it.
What?
Measure?
Just measure it.
Measure what?
D, what?
What?
You gotta just go with the flow. The nerdy ones are the best ones. These ones that look good and stuff, they're just stuck up. They're cocks. They think they take you out to dinner, they're going to get laid.
What does measure it mean?
Jesus, where's your mind at, honey?
Where's yours, D?
Here's Weenie.
Hold on, you're talking about measuring the guy's unit?
Yeah.
All right, D, so I've always...
Hold on, D, you measure guys' wangs?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Hold on, you carry a ruler?
It's measuring tape, yes. They have them for that.
Hold on, you carry a measuring tape to measure guys' units?
In the past, yes, I have.
Hold on, D, you just can't eyeball it? You can't, within spitting distance, figure out which is which?
Well, you don't get a good measurement unless it's functional.
Right, I'm with you. Okay. So D, I've always subscribed to the theory that ugly guys try harder.
Yes, no, maybe so.
You have
but
tried?
I'll tell you, the old ones are the best ones.
Old? How old are we talking, D?
Any age.
No. You said old ones.
I mean, if you're young, go for the older guys, man. You don't have to put out or nothing.
All right, D, what is your current status?
Married.
How old is
What's
he?
that got to do with anything? Have you ever heard of open marriage?
Oh, you have an open marriage?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with the world these days?
All right, so wait a minute. How long have you been married?
40 years.
Oh, my God. And what was the
First
last...
wang bang ma'am.
What do you say?
First wang bang.
First wang bang. All right, when was the last time you had an open marriage experience? Like recently?
Oh, God. 8 years ago.
Oh, so it's been a little bit of...
You're bringing all this up, by the way, D.
D, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. D, have you been drinking this morning? Hello?
Passed out on the phone. Wow. I don't know if that had anything to do with throning, but I'm really grateful she called in.
Well, it just goes to show you, you never know what the hell is going to call the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you for listening, D.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, wow.
Throning, ladies and gentlemen. Throning. Let's move the heck along here. Wow. Oh man! Again, I love going to phones because you have no freaking clue what's going to be on the other side of the phone. All right. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is fake. This is another video that I stumbled across, and I don't really want to put this idea in people's heads because I think it's horrific. It's theft. This woman claimed, well, let me play the audio here. This woman claims she does this. Listen.
Listen, y'all, I cannot make this up. Somebody dropped a receipt at Walmart. I went and picked it up. When it got everything that was on the receipt, put it in my basket. Then the man at the door said, "Can I see your receipt?" I say, "Yes, sir." So I just got down for $95.10. Ain't God good.
All right, Fess, are you understanding what's going on there?
Wow. I've never heard of that scam before.
Oh, my God. Folks, this is another... This is an MJ Morning Show scam alert. Not that you have to worry about this scam being pulled on you. You have to worry about somebody pulling the scam on like a retail store, so to speak. This is not like some bogus QR code that you think you're scanning a parking meter sign and suddenly you're giving up all your information. No. So you explain what you heard on that, Fester.
All right, so you find a receipt, either in the parking lot or in the basket or something. The person obviously left it.
Mm-hmm.
You pick it up. You see what's on it. You go around the store. You buy everything that's on that receipt.
Well, you don't buy it. You just put it in your cart.
You put it in your cart, right? And then you walk out. You don't register. You don't bag any of it. But because it's not bagged, the Walmart greeter is prompted to say...
The lady had bags, so the lady got a hold of bags. She even bagged it. In the video, she bagged it.
How's she pulling that off? The Walmart greeter says...
Hey, you go to Walmart or Target or whatever, or Publix, man, you got all those bags left over, and we got a pile of them at home. I've got Target bags, I got Walmart bags, I got Publix bags, I got Trader Joe paper bags. I got all kinds of crap in my house from previous shopping trips.
You know what? With the Shop and Go app on the Walmart.com, if you're a Walmart Plus member, I guess you can ring up and bag your stuff in the store without going through the register, but you have a receipt.
Yeah. So what the lady is saying, this is devious, man. I wonder if anyone listening has done this or anyone has heard of this. You know what? Anybody in retail, do you work in retail? Do you work for a Target, a Walmart? Have you ever heard of this? Do you work in loss prevention? Or have you ever done this, or have you known someone that does this? I hate to put ideas in people's heads because this is just flat out thievery. This is flat out illegal. This is despicable. But I saw this. I'm like, oh my God.
What if you have a receipt for it?
Did this lady really do this? And again, if you didn't follow, in this audio bite. I'll play it again.
Listen, y'all, I cannot make this up. Somebody dropped a receipt at Walmart. I went and picked it up. When it got everything that was on the receipt, put it in my basket. Then the man at the door said, "Can I see your receipt?" I say, "Yes, sir." So I just got down for
$90-something. She finds a receipt of somebody that bought all these items, obviously checked out and paid. The receipt was either dropped in the parking lot, left in a shopping cart.
I've left receipts.
So she's grabbed the receipt, gone back into the Walmart, filled up went right down the receipt and picked up everything that was on the receipt. She claims, puts it in the cart. I guess she had her own little bags, puts the stuff, and then just wheels it right out the front door, and you get the receipt checker, shows the receipt, and everything lines up. And it looks like how do they... I guess the way that you could tell is if the timestamp is wrong.
Yeah, but who looks at the time?
Yeah,
the date would be the same.
All right. The other thing, let me point something else out. I never stop for the receipt checker at Walmart because sometimes and I've talked about this in the past, you have no requirement to stop for the receipt checker. Now, at Sam's Club, at BJ's, at Costco, yes, because that's a club and you agree to the membership rules and you sign and you adhere to the rules of the club in order to be a member.
Very exclusive club, by the way.
But the other stores, no. There's no, you don't, the receipt checker at Walmart, that is 100% optional. I walk by even if there's no one in line, I just walk right out like I own the place. And I didn't steal anything. I paid for everything, but they never stop. They never say, sir, wait, I need to check your receipt. It's, I look at all these folks that are lined up, like 4, 5, 6 people lined up. I was like, I feel like saying, you don't need to wait for this. Why are you waiting? You don't have to wait. If you paid for your item, just leave.
I don't think Walmart checks everybody. I mean, I think they pick select people.
No.
Something's not bad. I mean, they don't stop everyone. I don't get stopped.
No. They don't stop you. It's they stand there and people think they have to submit. To the receipt checker. I'm just saying you don't have to submit to the receipt checker. Yeah, if anyone's heard of this scam, I'm only going to give out the number once here quickly, and if we get some calls, we get some calls. If not, then I'm just going to move on. But do you work in retail? Are you in loss prevention? Have you ever heard of this racket where someone finds a receipt in the parking lot, they go into the store, they get all the items, and then hey, look, I have a receipt for everything. If you've heard of this, or if you know someone that does this racket, 800-990-1047.
Never heard of this.
Yeah, this is brand new to me. I've heard of people, there was something, and this is, not illegal. There was something going on where people used to collect receipts from the parking lot if they were dropped. And there was something with receipts that if you scanned receipts that you
got points or something?
Yeah, points or a benefit or something. I remember hearing what it was, and I just can't remember exactly what that was, but people used to look for other people's receipts, not for a nefarious reason of stealing or ripping off from the store, but there was something with points or benefits that if you collect all kinds of receipts, and but look at the phones.
Every line has just exploded.
Every single line has just exploded here on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. It's 8:15. Let me go to phones. If a line opens up, get in. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let me start with George in Port Richey. George, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to work for Walmart. I did loss prevention in Las Vegas and in Carson City, Nevada.
Yep.
And that's a very common scheme for people to stand outside, especially homeless people. They wait, they'll see you throw your receipt in the trash or drop it on the ground, and then they pick it up, they walk back to the store, purchase everything, not purchase, but put everything in the cart, walk back out. And a lot of times they go back into the store and they go to returns and start returning items to get cash back.
Oh, so how do you catch them? Well, also, don't they want to, if it's on a credit card, they'll return it to the credit card.
I've been to Walmart before, and the clerk told me I was returning something, and she said, don't put it back on your credit card. It'll take 2 or 3 days to hit. if you're going to spend it today, I'll give it to you on a gift card.
I don't care if it takes 2 to 3 days to hit.
But if I'm a bum trying to scam the system, I'll take a Walmart gift card.
All right, so George.
That's correct. Yeah, you get a gift card.
Right.
You get a gift card. You can go back in and shop for what you want.
Right.
And then once again, you get the gift card. You go back to returns, and now you can get cash.
If you've worked loss prevention at Walmart, you've seen frickin' everything, haven't you?
Oh, I've seen a lot. I've been shot at.
Oh, wait a minute. You've been shot at?
Yeah. I was working back by the sporting goods following a suspect.
Right.
And the guy pulled out a gun, turned around, and shot.
Inside the Walmart?
Inside the Walmart.
In Vegas or in Reno?
That was in Carson City.
Oh, in
Nevada.
Carson City. Wow. Oh, my God.
I've been pepper sprayed. I got hit up the side of the head with a gallon of chocolate milk. I've seen a lot.
My God. George, what do you do now? Are you retired?
I'm retired. Yeah, I've been retired for about 10 years. I did a Walmart for just some extra income.
Oh, man. And then you said, I'm out of this place, man. This is not worth getting shot at and getting whooped upside the head with a gallon of chocolate milk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was quite the experience, especially working in loss prevention. I've seen a lot on camera, and I saw a lot as I followed suspects.
That's amazing, George.
Wow, what a story. Thank you, George. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Holy crap.
I don't know how we're going to beat a former loss prevention employee.
Yeah, Andrew says that he's gone through all the other calls, and nothing beats that. That's fine. That's fine. I'll go with quality over quantity any day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, can you imagine? Pepper sprayed, shot at, and clocked across the side of the head with a carton of chocolate milk.
Have you ever been in a loss prevention room at one of these big stores?
No.
Because, I used to have a budding career at Montgomery Ward, like when I was 18. And that loss prevention room is amazing. The cameras, how sharply they can zoom in on you, man. They catch everything. Maybe not everything.
What do you say, Andrew? Andrew, you have a friend that does loss prevention for a living?
Yes.
Where?
Right now, he's with one of the, I can never keep the dollar one straight. He manages the loss prevention for a number of those.
Oh, like
but he's worked at all the major stores.
Dollar General, Dollar Tree, or one of those?
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but he's worked at all the major retailers.
All right, so Dollar Tree doesn't have loss prevention people, Andrew. They don't have an office where they're going to bust you for stealing something for $1.25.
Yeah.
Not that I know firsthand, but they don't have that. There's got to be a bigger one.
On the heels of the incident in New Orleans, you saw that police at Gasparilla here locally are talking about, juicing up the security.
You know what? As they should, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this on Channel 8's website that the tragic events in New Orleans have put a new focus on providing safety for large events. In Tampa, the Gasparilla parades are just a few weeks away. You got the big parade, you get the kids parade, you'll have the night parade.
Yeah.
So you'll have 3 parades. The big Gasparilla, the kids parade, which generally precedes the big Gasparilla. And then you've got the, you missed a crew, you got the night parade.
Through Ybor City.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, a lot of people having fun. And, opportunities for people who maybe want to do something bad.
Yeah, so it looks like local law enforcement, they're obviously going to juice things up this year after what happened in New Orleans. The Sugar Bowl was last night.
Yeah.
That did you bet on that game? 'Cause you're like the sports bettor, aren't you?
I have bet before.
Did you bet on the Sugar Bowl? Sugar bleeps?
I did not.
Really? Because would you have gone with Georgia? Because Georgia was the favorite. Wasn't that an upset? Didn't Notre Dame upset Georgia in the Sugar Bowl?
So I don't bet against Notre Dame, and I stayed away from it.
What do you mean you don't bet against Notre Dame?
I think God likes Notre Dame more than he likes other schools.
It's a Catholic university.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to, be on the.
Hey, can I point something out? When the Notre Dame quarterback and the coach when they were all up on the stage getting their championship trophy for the Sugar Bowl, there was a priest on the stage.
Yeah, sure.
They had a Notre Dame priest.
It's a Catholic
the
school.
whole priesty neck collar and everything going on.
That's their whole deal. Are you going to bet against Notre Dame?
Father Murphy was up there.
If Notre Dame's playing, if I'm not picking them, I'm not betting against them. But I did make a tidy sum on the ReliaQuest Bowl because I took Michigan over Alabama.
Wow.
Yes.
You mean high tide? High tide.
Yeah, high tide got their ass out of town.
More like low tide.
Go blue.
Yeah, so there was no real roll tide. Yeah, so Michigan, they clobbered them, right?
It was like 19-12 or 19-14, but Michigan was the dog in that.
But for a while, wasn't Alabama at 0?
I didn't watch the game. I just watched them.
You didn't. You just.
I just once you bet on the games, you don't need to watch them.
So
I did a parlay.
All right. So how much did you win? So you took Michigan.
I took Michigan.
So how much did you win on the ReliaQuest, formerly the Outback Bowl here locally at Ray J? What'd you win? How much?
$300.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Not too much. I'm not a degenerate yet.
Yes, you are a degenerate.
No, it's not. It's just leisure fun. I mean, I would have spent $300. If I golfed, I don't golf. If I was spent a day out golfing, I would have spent $200 or $300, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Dude, listen, don't sell yourself short. You're absolutely a degenerate.
Okay, that's a good point.
All right. There is a new obsession, and I got to be honest, I have no idea what the heck this thing is. If I were to say from the 1980s and late 80s, early 90s, maybe even into the late 90s, what was...
That's a wide span. It's like 15 years you've outlaid.
Yeah. All right. So what was a collectible item that essentially is worthless today?
Oh, no.
A collectible item that people were buying. People thought that they were making an investment. People thought this collectible was going to turn into their retirement fund.
Oh, man.
And essentially, it's just worthless crap.
Didn't we have a friend whose mother-in-law?
Really? So you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, am I right? You know what I'm saying, right?
I don't. You haven't said it.
Didn't BJ's mother-in-law spend like her entire Social Security on Beanie Babies?
Boom. That is it. Beanie Babies. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So,
What was the old lady's name? Not Wanda, Margot.
No. Was it BJ's mother-in-law?
It was Sharon's
mother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Irma?
No. You're close, though.
Yeah, it's like one of those Tennessee names.
Yeah.
But
No, she was from New Zealand.
Was she?
Yeah, she was a Kiwi.
That family was from Tennessee.
No. BJ and Sharon were from Tennessee, but Sharon's mother... Norma was from...
I knew it.
She was from, like, New Zealand.
I had no idea.
Yeah, she married some hillbilly.
But I remember
You had a Kiwi marry a hillbilly.
BJ came in one day, and he's like all, like, flustered. I go, what's up?
It's a Kiwi Billy.
Like, they dropped off 400 Beanie Babies to my house. Norma spent her entire Social Security check on them.
Anyway, so...
I think she's going to be a millionaire off these things. Wants me to put them on eBay.
There's a new thing now. And then we can go back and talk about the Beanie... Because the Beanie Babies essentially turned out to be worthless, right?
I mean...
Wasn't there a big deal with, like, the Princess Di Beanie Baby?
Certain ones have a value to them in the collector community.
Go to Google. Go to Google and just type in, are any Beanie Babies worth a fortune today?
Beanie Babies...
Michelle's grandma, Michelle's Nana, she had a whole collection of Beanie Babies, but I don't think she ever planned on having it, like, fund her retirement.
All right, so this is...
it was Ty. Remember the heart-shaped tags? And the company that made the Beanie Babies was Ty, T-Y. Nice Ty. Yes, go ahead.
So this was released in the late 90s. It was the Purple Bear, and it was for Princess Diana.
Princess did you type in what I asked you to type in?
Yeah, you said...
Are any Beanie Babies worth a fortune today?
And then the top return was this article from Cosmopolitan that says the top 36 valuable Beanie Babies.
So how much are they worth?
Well, you go here.
Do they give us numbers?
I think I have a link to eBay. So here, check price on eBay.
All right, check a price on a Princess Di Beanie Baby right now. Let's see here. Why am I getting Versace bags?
I don't know.
I just had a Versace bag come up.
I'm working the internet.
I don't want a Versace bag. Little showgirls.
The Britannia tie bear is worth a lot.
Where the hell the prices?
Check price on Amazon.
Hang on, check.
Yeah, $10.
Well, no, that's something else. That's like a new one.
Here, let me go to eBay.
Yeah, go to eBay and type in freaking Beanie Babies. Yeah, so is the Princess Di Bear. I just know that some people, they put like their life savings into Beanie Babies. The reason why I'm bringing this up, it's like like things are cyclical. There's like a new the Beanie Baby craze, but it's not a Beanie Baby. It's something called Jelly Cat. Have you heard of these?
I have not.
That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of these damn things. Jelly Cats are plush toys shaped like fruits, vegetables, waffles, cakes, and other objects. And apparently, the Generation Z folks are paying hundreds of dollars for these little stuffed dolls that, look like broccoli or a carrot? Jelly Cat.
Here's a Jelly Cat that looks like a sun, like the sun in the sky.
Oh, my God. Jelly Cat's a plush toy shaped like fruits, vegetables, waffles, cakes, and other objects and animals have soared in popularity.
Here's a pickle Jelly Cat right here for $20. And I would like to own that.
Are you kidding me?
I've never seen a stuffed pickle before.
According to Bloomberg Business, Jelly Cat Limited, the parent company, saw its annual global income jump nearly 8 times from 2013 to 2022, totaling $57 million. And from 21 to 22, it nearly doubled. But now you have all these Generation Zs that are forking over hundreds for now. Jelly Cats are the new Beanie Babies. Hey, heads up, red alert. Hey, anyone spending a fortune on Jelly Cats, go do a quick little Google search on the value of Beanie Babies.
Let me just tell you how this is going to work out in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God, it's history. Oh, look at it. Here's
the pancakes.
Here's a stack of pancakes with syrup on top.
That's a cute plushie.
$61?
Yeah.
Are you on eBay right now?
Yes.
All right, go. What about the Princess Di Beanie? The purple. What is that going for?
I went to that as well.
Yeah, what is that going for?
Okay, I don't. I may have to go to completed listings. I haven't been on eBay in a while. They have them anywhere from $1,000.
No, those are asking prices. It doesn't mean that people are. Hold on a minute. Let me go to complete. Let me take control.
I'm not a savant of eBay.
All right. I'm on eBay every once in a while looking for certain things. So
Princess Di
I know
plushies.
how to operate this thing. Yeah, just step aside.
All right, fine.
Let me find. I need to find the sold item. I need to go ahead and click completed and sold. Is what I need to do. Where the hell is that? I don't see it on the sidebar here. Price, brand, condition, buying format, shipping, pickup, show only. I need more filters. I need more filter. I gotta. Where's like the sold items?
I don't know. I'm looking.
I need sold. Oh, here we go. Sold and completed items. Let me check that. Completed items and apply. So now we can see how much. So they're asking $1,050 for a purple Princess Di purple teddy bear. And here, one just sold for $25.
Yesterday.
Here's another one sold for $3.74.
MJ, look at how many
$20.
Look at how many people bought one.
$7.50. $7. $14.99.
Look at the date.
$9.99.
eBay sold 10 of them yesterday.
Oh my God! $8.99, $9.99, and people are asking $1,050.
Maybe somebody buys it.
What the hell? All right, who knows about these Jelly Cats? I'm telling you. Don't let history repeat itself. Don't spend all of your money on Jelly Cats thinking they're going to be better than NVIDIA stock. All right? So Jelly Cats, people are, and it's Generation Z apparently. So it's it's your 20-something, your young 20-somethings, late teens and 20-somethings are buying these jelly cats. They're forking over hundreds of dollars.
I will say these are pretty cute.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not cute, but they're not going to be worth a ton of money.
Look at this black robot.
All right, let me go to phones on this. Let me ask the question. Do you know about the jelly cat craze? Are you spending your hard-earned money or forking over ridiculous sums above like retail price to buy a jelly cat? I don't know, maybe some are out of print or, out of manufacture and people are So if you're buying jelly cats or if you know somebody that's spending a fortune on these jelly cat plushie toys, I'm telling you, it's the freaking Beanie Baby bust all over again. My God. Put your money in a freaking 401k, not in a freaking stuffed animal.
No. I think the Holland Group would definitely recommend owning a couple of plush avocados from Jelly Cat.
They would not.
They want you to diversify a little bit. What is your plushie?
They would not. Call the Holland Group if you want like real investment advice and retirement advice.
You've done a good job with this portfolio. We do have one recommendation. This Jelly Cat bat.
All right. Does anyone know anything about this Jelly Cat crap? And is the item that I saw, is it true that Gen Z are going nuts, spending hundreds on jelly cats? The new Beanie Baby? All right, 800-990-1047, if anyone knows. I've never heard of these things. The first time I heard about this when I stumbled across this story while doing show prep yesterday. Jelly cats. All right, if anyone knows, if you've been suckered in, or if you know someone that's like spending all their money on this, I'd love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800, because I know squat. I know jack crap about these jelly, what are they called? Jelly cats. I don't even know the damn name of the things. 800, phones are ringing. I'll grab a couple of calls on this, and I got to move on. At 8:33 on the MJ Morning Show. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you can educate me or, fill me in, give me some details, or if you know someone that's totally sucked in and absorbed by these jelly cats. Give me the call screener, would you please? Let me go to line 4.
Too busy looking at all the different jelly cats.
Yeah, Jennifer in Riverview. Hi, Jennifer. You're on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM Q105. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine. Can you educate me on this jelly cat thing?
Okay, so I took my daughter last year to the city to go see Hamilton. She was 10 years old at the time, and so I'm originally from Long Island.
Yep.
Went ahead and took
Is that Nassau County or Suffolk County?
Nassau County from Bethpage.
Okay. I think Fester's from Bethpage.
No, my father worked for Grumman in Bethpage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, I used to live very close to Grumman, actually. We were right off the South Oyster Bay Road.
Oh, wow. Very nice. All right, so go ahead, Jennifer.
So I, not knowing what Jelly Cat was, I took my daughter to FAO Schwartz because what do you do with your 10-year-old daughter when you're walking around Manhattan? I wanted her to see FAO Schwartz. This was November of last year, before Thanksgiving. The lines for Jelly Cat were unbelievable. I had no idea what they were. My daughter wanted one so bad because she's into all of the Squishmallows, all of the, the squishies, all of those things.
Right.
We got up there and I saw the prices. They were selling hamburgers that were shaped like plushies, hot dogs, and they would actually do this whole thing where they wrap them up, they put them in a box, they wrap them in tissue paper. You get this whole decorative bag with it. Well, I was not spending that money.
Well, hold on. You didn't tell us how much. How much was the average plushy jelly cat?
$50.
Oh, my God. For a made-in-China plush toy that probably a 10-year-old was forced to make, and they've got like a total of, 89 cents in the damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. So when my daughter kept begging me for it, and I felt bad, let her get something from FAO Schwartz. It was a childhood thing for me. Let it be a childhood thing for her. I let her buy a little mini eggplant.
How much was the mini eggplant?
It was about $20, I think.
Wow. And where is the little mini eggplant that your daughter got? Does she still have it?
She still has it. Yeah, she collects squishies. We go to Disney all the time. She collects all of the munchlings. So she does still have the eggplant. But I was not spending more than that, especially with the trip to Manhattan.
Yeah, right.
You know, all of that. We stayed right in the theater district. So there was no way I
Oh,
was.
yeah. What the hell did tickets to Hamilton cost you?
Actually, it was cheaper to take her to Manhattan than see it in Sarasota. The Sarasota tickets I couldn't find for any less than $400.
Oh, wow.
But the tickets in Manhattan were about $180.
Wow, but then you had airfare, and I don't know if you've noticed, but in the last year or so, Manhattan hotel rates have gone through the freaking roof.
Well, you know, I found it wasn't that bad.
All
I
right.
knew the Priceline. I love to travel, and this to me was, you know, the ultimate. She became obsessed with Hamilton. She knew all the words. It was something that I wanted to have that experience because I have 3 children. She's my only daughter.
How old is she?
She's 11 now.
Yeah, you ought to take her to Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon?
Yeah.
Maybe not yet.
I think 11's a good age for that. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for calling.
No problem. Thank you.
Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I love our audience. Great stuff. Let me grab one more, Andrew. Just tell the other call. I'm only taking one more because I got to move on. Marcus in Apollo Beach. Marcus, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ, my daughter's making a ton of money off Jelly Cats right
Whoa,
now.
whoa, hold on. You're saying your daughter is making a ton of money off Jelly Cats?
Yes, she's 3 years older than your daughter, so about the same age. She graduated from college, UF. She moved out to California. She is telling me that she's buying these for $6, $7, $10, $12 and selling them for over $100.
Okay,
wow.
Where's she buying them?
I'm not sure, but she's selling them on Mercari, I think is called the website or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Mercari. It's like an eBay competitor.
Yeah, something like
with lower fees because eBay's really jammed people up.
Yeah. But she told me she bought one. The best one she ever bought was one that everybody wanted. She bought it for $7.50, I think, and sold it for almost $200.
Oh, that's a good return there.
Yeah. So she is the smart one of the group because she's taking advantage of the money right now, not waiting for 20 years when they're going to be worth nothing.
Well, listen,
my daughter's making a.
Listen, if she can buy these, chunks of what, and then make the hard cash right now, that's different than like buying them and investing and sitting on them thinking that, they're going to be worth a fortune 10, 15 years from now. They're not. But if she can turn it into hard cash and flip them now, no, that's a whole different ball game.
So my understanding is there's a way to buy these that you don't know what you're getting, and so there's times when you buy them for $7.50 and they're worth $5.
Oh, what? Like there's a way to buy them where it's like a grab bag, like a surprise. You don't know what the hell you're getting.
Yeah, I think that's what she was telling me.
Oh, wow.
I know very little about this, but because I've never heard of it. She was like, "Yeah, Dad, I'm making a killing on these things right now."
So I'm looking at Walmart.com. You can buy
Interesting.
the birthday cake for like $11.
$10.38.
Yeah, and they'll ship it to you, and you get it in 3 days, and then you could go to the
Mercari or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then resell it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Look at that. 2 good calls.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her.
So Jelly Cats. I never even heard of these damn things until I stumbled across this story online about Generation Z is obsessed with Jelly Cats. You know what? Probably have a couple in our house. Probably a couple in Chloe's room I don't even know about. Interesting. As we move along on the MJ Morning Show. Fester, you ready for the DUI roundup pile?
We have a roundup?
I have a DUI roundup.
Is New Year's Eve the biggest DUI day of the year?
I think it's one of them. I think 4th of July is big.
Yeah.
Arbor Day is pretty big.
I mean, hey, go trees. Flag Day.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, got a couple of DUI stories, and then one that kind of veers off in a slightly different direction, but they're all driving related. Actually, I have 2 that veer off in a different direction. All right. Number 1. Colorado driver busted for DUI had a crash, and then tried to explain to the police that he was a professional drinker.
Oh, that's a thing.
What the hell? Hey, now, nothing to see here. Stand back. Everything's okay, officer. I'm a professional drinker.
I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro at this.
So this guy causes a 3-car crash in Colorado. His blood alcohol content, which I'll get to in a minute, was unfreaking believable. And then he tried to explain to the arresting officers that he was, quote, a professional driver. That is in the arrest report that he said.
Professional driver or professional drinker?
I'm sorry, professional drinker. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. In the police report, it's because, you don't think of the. You think of somebody saying, hey, I'm a professional driver. You don't think of anyone actually saying I'm a professional drinker. That's what this guy said. So investigators busted Matthew Campman, a 34-year-old guy from Denver, Colorado, busted him for driving under the influence, careless driving, operating an uninsured vehicle, following a crash. According to police, Campman plowed his 2000 Nissan Sentra into the rear of a Subaru that was stopped at a traffic light in Wheat Ridge. We were just in Wheat Ridge.
Did you see any 2000 Nissan Sentras barreling by?
I did, but I'll tell you what. We just had a really good Chinese food in Wheat Ridge. I mean, just on Saturday night. Saturday night, we were coming down mountain from Vail to go to Denver International Airport to go catch our flight back to Florida. And we had plenty of time. And about, 5:30, 6 o'clock, we stopped and had dinner at Gin Fusion.
Sounds great.
In Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And it was good. Gin Asian Fusion. I think it was JIN. It was fantastic. Food was phenomenal. So I just got interested. I was just in freaking Wheat Ridge a couple of days ago. So when cops contacted Campman, he allegedly smelled of booze, bloodshot eyes. His speech was all slurred. Then one of the officers asked another if there was an indication of drug use. And the suspect then says, no drugs, man, just a lot of drinking. So the guy, he pipes up and says, no drugs, just a whole lot of drinking.
If anything, he's being helpful to the officers.
Listen to this. This is where it gets unbelievable. Campman, after bashing his 2000 knees, and by the way, I think the 2000 Sentra was really a fine automobile.
I mean, it's on the road 24 years later.
In fact, I'm looking for a 2000. If I could find a nice low mileage 2000 Nissan Sentra, I'd like to add that to the garage.
I got a guy that works the auctions. I could put him on lookout.
Yeah, see if you can find me a 2000 Nissan Sentra.
Okay.
Yeah, preferably like a gray or a black or a silver. I don't want the red ones. All right. So anyway, I want to turn that into my daily driver. Yeah, 2000 Nissan Sentra.
Good for you.
So the cop asks, hey, any drugs involved? And he's asking another officer, hey, any side of drugs? And he overhears and says, no drugs, man, just a whole lot of drinking. So he went on to explain to the police that he was no amateur. In the police narrative, let me quote, Matthew told me that he was a professional drinker while slurring his speech. He later described himself as a professional alcoholic while preparing to take a breath test that would eventually record. All right, sit down. Sit down.
All right.
A .326.
Oh, my God.
And, of course, .08 is the threshold for drunk driving.
Is that 4 times?
Yeah. That would be.
No, is it?
60,
30, more than 4 times.
Yeah, about 4 times. Yeah, because 4 times 8 is 32. So,
yeah.
.326. So right around 4 times the legal limit.
Wow.
A .326. I mean, how are you even conscious?
The guy is a professional drinker. He told you he's a pro. He just proved it.
Yeah, so he said that he consumed 10 drinks. Cops recovered an empty Jim Beam shooter in his pants pocket, while numerous empty and full Jim Beam shooters and several empty Modelo beer cans were littering his floorboards of his 2000 Nissan Sentra. Yeah. They later released Campman into the custody of his wife, who was a sober driver. That is unbelievable. I'm a professional drinker. What the hell? All right, that's DUI story number 1. This could be my favorite story. And listen, and DUIs are not funny, and it's not my favorite because of that. A California DUI suspect was arrested drunk in a Rolls Royce with a baby monkey wearing a onesie in the front seat.
That is who I want to party with. I mean, if I'm going to have a party with anybody, it's the guy who drives a Rolls with a baby monkey.
In a onesie.
In a onesie. Oh, yeah, that only makes sense because otherwise there'd be monkey crap everywhere.
California police on Monday night pulled over a Rolls Royce, suspected DUI case, and there was it gets better. There was a dealer's amount of weed in the vehicle and a spider monkey in a onesie in the front seat. Ali Mused Adel Mohammed, 27, was busted in his 2022 Rolls-Royce Ghost. Busted for speeding and was also driving with a 1-month-old primate wearing a pink onesie.
All right, that's about the cutest monkey I've ever seen.
That
is a really, really cute monkey.
It is a very cute monkey. He was arrested, charged with DUI and possession with cannabis with intent to distribute. Apparently he had a crap load of marijuana in there as well. Yeah. Muhammad was arrested. The driver had a baby monkey attached or clenched on his person. That's something you don't see very often, according to the California Highway Patrol. The exotic monkey was taken from Muhammad due to California's rule against owning primates as pets, so the monkey was confiscated.
Oh, no.
Would you like to touch my monkey? Yeah, the infant monkey was taken to the Madera Animal Shelter. I don't know if this guy's going to get his monkey back. All right, so that's DUI story number 2. Let's come closer to home.
Okay.
The drunk lady driving on St. Pete Beach.
Come on, lady.
Kind of a cute mugshot, too. Did you see Tiffany?
She's a very pretty woman.
You know, when you're arrested for drunk driving and you take a mugshot and it's halfway decent,
yeah,
that means when things are better, you got to be even better looking, right?
I've always said the day your mugshot is taken is probably one of the worst days of your life.
If your mugshot is pretty good and the day sucks, then in real life, outside of problems with police, you probably look even better than the mugshot, right?
I mean, I'm going to have to go to her hearing.
St. Pete Beach. According to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, woman was arrested for driving drunk on the beach.
Come on.
Yeah, multiple people saw the suspect, Tiffany Nevis, driving on a footpath and then onto the sand of the beach. Yeah, this happened at Sunset Way and 27th Avenue in Pinellas. Deputies say that Nevis refused a breath test for alcohol, but she did show signs of impairment. She's showing signs of a very attractive mugshot. I'm going to hold this up to MJTV right now.
She is.
Take a look at that.
Miss Nevis.
Yeah.
Drunk beach driver.
Well, alleged.
Oh, sorry. Allegedly.
Yeah, she refused to take she showed signs of impairment. I guess if you're driving your vehicle over the curb or over into onto a footpath and then onto the beach.
Is that probable cause for the officer?
What do you think? This is Daytona? What do you think?
You can drive on the beach out there, man.
I wonder if Tiffany Nevis is an MJ Morning Show listener. Out of curiosity. All right. So those are the 3 DUI stories. Then I have another bunch of stories that are car related, including some reckless driving caused by some rubbing.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, baby. So if you want to hear the reckless rubbing story, you'll get that next. Also, I got like two other stories I got to get. Two or three other stories we'll get to that are just spectacular driving-related items. All right, that's coming up next. The 9 o'clock hour starts next. This also marks the end of over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So heads up, we've got a solid hour to go. Things just get better from here, and we're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, speaking of driving, Show, final hour here on Q105. It's 104.7 FM. MJ and Fester, if you haven't heard the news, Roxanne has left the show just before Christmas, decided that she's moving on. And bottom line is she gets to be a mom, and that's something I support very, very much. Listen, you got a 4 or 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, and you get to be a mom now, and you don't have to wake up at 4:45 in the morning. I think it's a wonderful thing. So, a search will be conducted, a nationwide search.
Well, nation-sized would have been appropriate also.
Nationwide,
Yeah.
nation-sized, whatever. A huge search for a new member of the MJ Morning Show has commenced. So I think it's going to be a very exciting year here on the MJ Morning Show, as we're going to add an all-new personality to the show. And there's going to be no shortage of folks that are going to apply and want the job. Already, the email inboxes are burning up because there are a lot of good people in the business that are out of work, looking for work. You know, if you look at the last 6 months or so, all the major companies dissolved, in some cases, heritage longtime shows. So there's a lot of people looking for work.
We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm looking forward. Oh, you sound very enthused over there.
Listen, I'm taking it in stride.
I'm very enthused. All right, 9:03 at the MJ Morning Show. I mentioned a couple of additional driving stories. I had 2 more quickies, and I know this caught your attention. Reckless driving caused by rubbing.
I need more details.
Oh, you'll get the details here, Sparky. You just hang on. 48-year-old woman. She tried to take the blame for her guy weaving and swerving all over the road. Blamed it on some rubbing. Yeah, so cops pulled over a motorist. Vehicle was weaving, almost hit a curb multiple times late last week. This happened right here in Florida. The officer walks up to the driver's side door, immediately detects the odor of alcohol. When the officer asked Ronnie White, 53 years old, if everything was all right, that's when the female passenger in the passenger seat kind of jumped on in. Diane Dash, also in the vehicle, apologized to the police officer, claiming that the reckless driving and the swerving, quote, may be my fault.
Yeah.
That's what's in the police report. She explained that, quote, it's my birthday, and I was rubbing all over him to try to get him excited.
Ooh.
Dash said that they were returning from a restaurant. This happened over in St. Lucie County. They were at a restaurant in Stewart, and they were celebrating her 48th birthday. Yeah, she was asked by a St. Louis County Sheriff's Office deputy if, other than rubbing all over you, is everything else okay with you? And he replied yes, and then also agreed to a variety of field sobriety tests.
Is that when they got him?
Well, yeah, Mr. White. Mr. White performed very poorly on those tests. The deputy felt that White was impaired and unable to operate the vehicle safely. White also declined to take a breath test, but also he already submitted to at least some of the field sobriety tests, but refused the blow. And he was arrested for drunk driving and booked into the St. Lucie County Jail. He was freed from custody after posting a $500 bond on the misdemeanor count. Scheduled for arraignment on February 20th.
Come on, old Ronnie White, man. Looked like he had a great night in front of him.
Yeah. And I don't know if he ultimately got his post-dinner present.
Nah, this is a mood killer right here.
Yeah. From Diane.
Yeah.
Diane Dash.
Diane wasn't in the mood anymore.
Not DoorDash, Diane Dash.
Yeah, listen, after bailing him out of jail.
How'd you like Diane Dash to show up at your front door?
Sounds like she's a sport. I love it.
Oh, man. Hold on a sec. Let me call Michelle. Michelle just texted me something. Hang on. I want Michelle to tell me this. All right. Michelle's listening to the show. She just texted me. Don't you remember the story? Hang on.
Hello?
You tell the story.
Oh, that there was a defense attorney in town who got pulled over for a DUI, and he was with a female. I believe she was an attorney as well, and they claimed, or she, I think, wrote a statement that she was actually performing a little service for him, and that's what was causing him to drive erratically.
No drunk driving, no alcohol. Of course, attorneys will refuse the field sobriety test and the blow in most cases. So the excuse was that she was performing something upon him at the time.
More than the rubbing.
Yeah,
It wasn't rubbing.
It was a step higher than rubbing.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think it was obvious there were two people in the car when the police pulled them over.
Yeah.
Did they?
If you know what I mean.
Did he beat the charges?
I think he got off.
I think he did too.
Stop it! Come,
You
when
bet
guys
he did.
Stop, Fester. You and Michelle, are you guys colluding
You
here
bet he did.
with double entendre? Come on.
No double entendre. I mean, it sucks to get pulled over, but he beat the charges.
Oh, yeah, it does.
He got off on the charges.
Do you remember the names of the attorneys?
I do not.
Okay, all right.
Do they have like
Sorry.
billboards around town, or is it like one of the known ones, or was it like just somebody like you'd know in the industry?
No, they were. It was. I mean, it was a known story down there.
Yeah. What year was that? How long ago was that?
Oh, it was. Let's see, 2002, maybe.
2002.
And this
Yeah,
happened.
when I was there.
And this happened in
yeah.
town.
Was it Hillsborough
Oh,
County?
yeah.
Was it City of Tampa or Hillsborough? Do you remember?
Maybe Hillsborough County.
Gotcha. Pulled over, and that's the excuse that the female attorney was giving the male attorney driving a.
I think should have sounded like an affidavit to that effect. And we were like, sounds like a fun time.
Sounds like a good one.
Yep.
We doing our lunch date today?
Oh, I don't know. Are we?
I'd like to. You wanna hit it?
We have a movie date tonight.
I know we have a movie date.
What movie are you gonna see?
Oh yeah, Julie. Who picked this? Was this you or was this Julian?
It's Julian. We've seen this movie.
Oh, I saw this movie 20 years ago.
Yes, but these theaters are now doing this, or the movie production companies, I guess, are doing these re-releases for those viewers who have not had the benefit of seeing, these big movies in a theater on a big screen.
Yeah,
and I guess it's a big thing.
Yeah, so we're going to see a retro movie tonight.
Yeah.
We can say what it is, right?
Oh, yeah. 7 at 7.
Yeah, we're going to see Seven, the movie, with Brad Pitt.
From like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, like 20 years ago. So we're going to see the movie Seven. I have not seen that movie. Michelle, do you realize I have not seen the movie since we saw it in the movie theater?
I mean, I was trying to remember if we actually saw it in the theater. I'm pretty sure we did.
No, we did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
But you realize over the Christmas holidays, they also re-released all these like Christmas movies to be seen in the theater as well, like Christmas Vacation or Elf. I think a bunch of movies like that were presented in theaters for families to go see.
That movie's from 29 years ago. Seven came out in 1995.
Are you Seven was 1995? Like I thought it was 20 years. It's even more. It's 29 years ago. Holy crap!
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to see that tonight. Michelle, Julian, and myself. We're going to go see Seven.
Yep.
It's so it's like re-released all over the country or just locally?
I don't know.
All right.
You have to ask the movie man.
All right, so going to go see a throwback.
Mm.
And will you go see the Bob Dylan, Timothy Chalamet movie with me?
She couldn't get off the line fast enough. Yeah, how does it feel to get hung up on twice? Same show.
Yeah, really. So that's the real Bob Dylan. Yeah, And apparently this is Timothy Chalamet doing. Tell you what, if that's really him singing, Timothy Chalamet, it's pretty damn close. And like I said earlier, if you're listening to the show, I can't get that out of my head. That's just like, it's like one of those, earbugs that, you kind of hear, an earworm where you can't get. Last couple of weeks since the commercials have been running for the Total Unknown. What's the name of the movie?
Complete Unknown.
Complete Unknown with
like
Timothy.
a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. How does it feel? So, I mean, that thing's just it's bobbling around in my head, and it's one of those things you can't get a. How does it feel? And I apologize because there are going to be people that are going to complain to me. Thanks, MJ. Now I can't get out of my head. So I'd like to see the movie. I don't think Michelle. I might have to go see that one on my own. All right, Festa, did you ever rent a car from Turo? Because I know you talked about it, or did you talk about renting a car from Turo or offering up your car for Turo? What was the story on that? I'm trying to remember. Because Turo is a car rental. It's like a platform where people sign up. Yeah, exactly. So Andrew just said something like Andrew just said it's Airbnb for cars.
Yeah. So when we bought the Tesla, the salesperson said that they drove a Tesla also, and that they didn't have it with them today because they were using it on Turo and they were renting it for 4 or 5 days out of the month and making enough money to cover their payment. And they would just get to work another way. And then a buddy of mine tried to rope me into some. Was
it a scheme?
It wasn't a scheme. It was like a.
Dude, everything with you is a scheme.
He wanted to.
You get out of bed in the morning. There's some scheme going on.
He wanted to buy 5 Jeep Wranglers,
right?
Like beach cars, right? Or Florida fun cars that tourists would go for, and rent them off of Turo for like $100 a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is awful. And there are guys making money off of a fleet of cars solely off of Turo, but I didn't go for that. But yeah, I've never rented off of Turo. Nobody seems to be interested in my 2010 Cadillac that I have up there for $8 a day.
You don't have your caddy on Turo.
I can put it up there. I bet somebody will take it for $8 a day.
The reason why I'm bringing up Turo is because you got 2 Turo vehicles that are now off the market are not available.
Did they get into an accident together?
No, listen, hold on. In all seriousness, the Ford F-150 that was used in the horrific New Orleans parade or the Bourbon Street plow job, that was
off of Turo?
That was a Turo. And then the Cybertruck that the deranged Green Beret Army dude drove in front of the Trump Tower out in Vegas.
I just saw the headline.
Isn't that like right next to Mandalay Bay? I think it is. So both of those vehicles, the Ford F-150 used to run over people on Bourbon Street on New Year's Day, 3:00 in the morning. I mean, what a horror show. That was rented off of Turo. And then the Cybertruck that blew up with the guy inside in front of, the Trump Hotel or whatever that thing is out in Vegas, that was also rented on Turo. So, I mean, back to backs. I mean, and now the feds are saying that those cases are unrelated.
2 lone wolves?
Yeah, and just coincidentally the same freaking time.
I mean, New Year's Eve, trying to give me a statement
I think the Green Beret dude that went nuts and shot himself and then blew up the Cybertruck with gas cans and fireworks.
The guy in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, the guy in Vegas, apparently his wife accused him of stepping out on her and they got into a huge fight. And then he went and blew himself up in a Cybertruck that he rented from somebody on Turo.
Yeah, that guy.
Is that insured? I mean, what?
So Turo does have their own insurance.
I mean,
if you rent on the platform.
How's that coverage? What's that claim look like? Yeah, I rented my Cybertruck to this dude who, made national news by blowing himself up in front of Trump's building in Vegas.
You know what? You leave all that out. You just file a claim.
Yeah, guess what? I think it's going to come to light. Holy crap. Anyway, I remember you brought up Turo a couple of times. I would never do that.
Why? You'd Airbnb something as a renter or a rentee?
Listen, I would never. I've told the story about my house. When the Super Bowl was here a couple of times, I had offers for people to rent my house. I had, Michelle would remember this. I think I had an offer for my house to be rented for a week for like $45,000.
Okay, but look.
And I said no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want anyone in my house.
Fine.
I don't want anyone in my car. I don't want anyone driving my car.
But you think nothing of renting somebody's house if you were traveling.
Oh, I'll rent an Airbnb.
Right. So would you be a Toro customer?
No, I'm not. I'm going to Hertz, man. I'm going to Hertz and renting my car. So are you on Turo right now?
So this is a Toro. This is on Toro. It's in Tampa, 33607, right?
Yeah.
Tampa.
I want to see a farmer's commercial with the guy that blew up the Cybertruck out in Vegas. Yeah, we're farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I want to see a commercial for that.
So you can
with
rent
an exploding Cybertruck.
Tesla Cybertruck, 2024. It looks like it has like a black.
It's got a black wrap on it. Yeah,
$283 a day.
It's not a deal. Rent the Cybertruck for $283 a day? That sucks.
It's more experience-driven stuff.
I'm sorry. And listen, I'm not using Turo, and I would never put. Listen, if I had a business model where I would buy a bunch of cars that I'm not going to drive, and I don't care what happens to them, and I'm gonna rent them out, maybe so. But I would never actually rent my actual personal daily driver car. I'm not renting my house out unless I had rental properties that I don't live in that were specifically meant for Airbnb rentals. Then I would do it. But I would never, and this is the delineation, I would never rent out stuff that I personally used.
Right, absolutely.
That was my personal stuff. I don't want people living in my. Listen, that was good money. Rent my house for a week for $45,000.
Well, look,
I think it was $48,000 actually.
You buy a Jeep Wrangler, rent it out for $75 a day, and if you rent it 20 days a month, is it $1,400? A couple $100 for the payment. I mean, there's a model to be had here. But yeah, Toro is where both of these guys got their cars from.
And I thought that was interesting, and they're both happening the same day. And that just bizarre timing in Turo. That's this
is the first time Toro's been in the news in a while.
Yeah, I don't think Turo wanted to get into the news this way.
No.
So two terrible stories. One other item here, as far as driving. This is out in Missouri. This is insane. Driver pulled over for driving 107 miles an hour on Interstate 35. And he told the police that he was engrossed in a video game. So he's playing a video game while driving 107 miles an hour on I-35, which I would imagine, maybe 65, 70 miles an hour?
Yeah, interstate speeds.
This is in Clay Como, Missouri, so it sounds pretty rural, probably 70, 75 speed limit. And he's driving 107, and he's playing a video game. Yeah, police said that the driver was engrossed in the video game. Oh, and shockingly, the driver was also operating the vehicle with a suspended license. Now, multiple charges being faced, pending court date. And they didn't say exactly which video game, like what? Like
Call of Duty or something?
Grand Theft Auto.
That's the information we need.
Yeah,
on this.
GTA. Playing some NASCAR game is what he was playing. All right, 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show. The final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. And you know how it is. I don't just put all kinds of crap and filler in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Always top-notch material in the final chunk next here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, if you're... Joe said it's, hey, the weekend's here already.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're going to grab some pizza for lunch. Nona Slice House opens at noon on Fridays. So I think we might hit Nona for lunch. And Jamie over at Nona, they got their brand new Pizza Master oven.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the latest, greatest. It's like the hottest oven in the whole industry. And he just got a new pizza.
Are you going to get a
master.
picture with it?
Damn right I am.
Can we expect
put it up on my Instagram
I was about
page.
to say, can we expect a video of this new amazing latest greatest oven on your?
Yeah, it's like all the top slices in New York right now. Whether you go to La Industry in the West Village, you go to Johnny's is a new one. Lucia. What's the new one on St. Mark? So all the top like New York slice places with like the elevated, they're all using this. I think it's like an oven made in Sweden.
All right, listen, you want to do something?
Yeah.
Stop by a Winn-Dixie and pick up like a Totino's frozen pizza.
Shut
and
up.
pop that in there and see how good it comes out. I bet you it comes out great.
Oh, Fitz.
I bet you those guys over at Nona could jazz it up, put some extra toppings on it, make it delicious with that new oven of theirs.
You get my fingers broken.
Nah,
I'm bringing a frozen pizza.
Not just any,
Yeah,
a Totino.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the mood for some pizza this afternoon. So I think we'll do maybe lunch at Nona Slice House, and then I want to try the new oven, and then we got this the movie thing tonight. We're going to. I didn't realize that the movie Seven was from 1995.
Yeah, you're seeing like a 30-year-old movie.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 29-year-old movie, which I haven't seen since I think I saw it in the theater. 1995. Do you realize that was like the beginning of the MJ and BJ morning show when I last saw this movie? Where the hell is time gone? I mean, before I know it, I'm going to be like dead of old age at 82.
So over the Christmas break, I saw a movie that we talked about before we left, and it was in theaters, but like on December 26th, it was on streaming. Remember the Rock movie, The Red One? Or Red One, where he's like a buff elf And,
Oh, yeah, that looked awful.
It was great.
Really?
It was. Critics hated it.
You know what I saw
But
also?
the people loved it.
You know, but I saw another movie of similar vein over Christmas that I think that I scoffed at, and I think I poo-pooed when I first saw it. I'll tell you about mine in a second. You tell me about yours.
I really enjoyed Red One. It's a totally different take on anything Santa related that you've ever seen before.
Well, guess what? What was the other previous movie from like a year earlier?
Yeah.
There was also a whole different take on Santa.
Frosty Has Herpes.
No!
I don't know then. That was my guess.
Violent Night.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I never saw that one either.
Yeah, so Julian put Violent Night on the TV out in Vail in the condo we rented. And I'm like, holy crap, this is different. And it's the dude from Stranger Things. Not one of the kids. It was Harbour. David Harbour.
David Harbour.
David Harbour. He's the one that plays the sheriff in Stranger Things. And he was this drunk Santa Claus that gets involved in this like terrorist takeover of this rich family's house, and it was so freaking different. It was good. Hang on, Andrew, you want to weigh in on this?
No, I enjoyed it last year.
Oh, so you saw it last year?
Yeah, it came out in 2022.
Oh, it was 2022.
So it's been out for a couple of
years. All right. Did you see that in the theaters, or did you watch that on DVD? Or
I watched it on TV.
On streaming. All right.
Streaming.
Wow.
And Red One was good too.
It was a totally different departure from anything Santa. Everything seems so similar in the Santa vein until now these movies are such a departure.
You know what I'm bad at? Let me tell you what I suck at.
Flossing.
There are certain movies that for whatever reason I get it in my head that I'm not going to be interested in it. And there are movies that I know I'm not interested in. I don't want to see it. And I see it, and I'm like, you know what? I was right. I really had no interest in it. But there are and this is where I get it wrong. There are plenty of movies historically that for whatever reason I had some preconceived notion, whether it was whatever taste I got from the trailer or just the name of the movie, who was in it, what I perceived the content to be, where I've essentially written it off. And I just didn't really have any interest. And then I end up seeing some of these movies. I'm like, you know what? That was great.
It's a pretty good movie, yeah.
But I'm guilty of that. And I always tell myself, you know what? I got to stop it. But I continue to do it. And I continue to be surprised in movies that I didn't think I wanted to see or that I wasn't going to have any interest in, that I'm like, oh, man, that's a great freaking movie. So, you know what? That's going to be my New Year's resolution this year.
Oh, is it? That's the resolution. Huh?
I don't do resolutions. Give me a break on resolutions.
On December 26th, Netflix dropped season 2 of Squid Game.
Yeah, we talked about that as well.
Yeah, I just started watching it the other night.
I don't know how that can top season 1.
It's a lot.
What do you mean? Is it good?
It's good. It's good.
It's
slow. It's slow. It follows the winner and what happens to his life.
You know what? I'd love to get that creepy doll face. You know, in episode 1 of season 1,
yeah,
like the doll face,
the red light, green light.
Yeah. I want to get like that and put it in my yard.
Listen, I'm not trying to ruin anything. I'm not trying to ruin anything.
Is she back?
Bitch is back. She's back. I'm not trying to ruin it. I mean, it's not a secret.
The bitch is
back. Bitch is back. All right, episode 3. Wow.
All right, so when I heard Squid Game season 2, I'm like, listen. It kind of came to a conclusion and a finale. If they come out with season 2, which they have, they're just trying to milk it and capitalize, and there's no way it could be as good.
But do you remember it ended with getting on the plane and he turned around and he went the other way?
I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, that's how it ended.
All right.
It ended with him not boarding a plane.
I thought it ended with, like, the confrontation with the mastermind. Remember in the apartment? High above, like Soul or something.
That was like the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
All right, okay.
But I think he dyed his hair red.
Yeah.
And then he walks on a plane.
That's right.
And he gets a phone call.
Was it a plane or a train?
It was a plane or an automobile. No, it was a plane. He was at an airport.
Okay, all right.
And he's like, get on the plane. And he's like, screw you. I'm not getting on the plane. And he doesn't get on. And then it goes down this whole different trajectory, and it follows the winner. and what he does. But I'll tell you, episode 3, the big bitch is back from red light, green light, and it's pretty good.
Got another case of accidentally picking up an item on your nightstand at night and causing a big freaking problem.
Oh, no.
We've done this story at least half a dozen times. And I always say to myself, come on, there's not going to be another one. These stories are going to get out there and people are going to, figure this out. And so what particular storyline am I heading toward here? If I say middle of the night, late at night, big mistake, nightstand, bedside, are those enough clues, Fester, to have you guess what I'm talking about?
I mean, do you grab your pee bottle before you grab your water bottle?
Listen, you are dealing with a mistaken identity of an item, but that's not it.
Not that I keep a pee bottle by the side of the bed, but, I'm trying to guess for other people. Is it like cell phone / gun related?
Nope.
Because you think you're reaching for your phone and you grab like a gun that you keep over there?
Nope.
You put it to your head?
Nope.
All right, I'm out of guess. Wait, the light falls on you?
Come on.
What? I don't know. What?
Come on.
What do you keep on your nightstand?
We've done this multiple times.
You reach for a lubricant and you grab Icy Hot? For what? You don't want to grab Icy Hot and use that as a lubricant. I'm just
somebody
saying.
reaches for the eye drops and they accidentally put the crazy glue in their eyes.
Who the hell keeps crazy glue on the nightstand?
Hey, Meredith, get Meredith. Get Meredith. Yell for Meredith. Go, Meredith, come here. Hey, do you use press-on nails?
I have before, yes.
All right. Have you ever had eye drops and glue for press-on nails on your nightstand at night at the same time?
No. But if I smoked, I would.
What?
Eye drops.
Oh, if you
Red.
partake.
To get the red out.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that you do or don't.
No.
But if you
maybe.
did. Okay.
The reason why I'm bringing you in on this, Meredith, is we've done this story half a dozen times over the years.
Half a dozen? I don't remember half a dozen
listen,
times.
North Carolina mom mistakes nail glue for eye drops.
Oh, my God, what a moron.
But 2 months of hell with eye problems. Her eyes were glued shut and just like the damage. I mean, this is nuts.
Gosh.
And she missed the holiday.
No, but those are different bottles, too, because the one for the nails is usually longer, almost like a pencil shape, and then the eye drops is an eye drop bottle.
Yeah.
You know what? The Gorilla Glue looks like an eyedropper.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it does
it's like
when you squeeze it.
squattier.
Yeah, interesting.
But you'd think that even if you're if you're
true.
sleeping, you should be able to have like a tactile feel, a little difference.
I mean, but what if you're like wasted or something and then you passed out and then you're just trying to grab some kind of eye drops or something?
Yeah.
Right. It's like, so you're not in right state of mind is my point, and then that happens.
A woman may have to wait 2 months until she can open her eye after picking up the wrong product. North Carolina woman accidentally picked up her nail glue instead of her eye drops.
Yeah.
Idiot.
And already put drops in her eye before she realized the horrific mistake. She already squirted glue in her eye.
Yeah.
And sealed it shut.
She should come to Gasparilla. She could dress as a pirate.
Yes!
Yar!
Get a nice kick-ass eye
Right?
patch.
Exactly. That would be fun.
Then we pair up with the Gorilla Glue hair lady.
Yes!
That's what we do.
Oh, my gosh. So you didn't do that. This was a story about somebody else.
Yes.
No. This is footage captured by the woman's daughter.
What, did she make a TikTok of her mom with one eye
I think you
sealed
kind of
shut?
have to at that point.
Yeah.
You have to admit to the world what happened.
Yeah, the daughter's name is Rhea Faggart.
Oh, wow.
Faggart.
Hey, that's what it is. That's pretty amazing.
I mean,
I'd rather have Schnitt than Faggart.
I mean, listen, if you gave me a choice,
I'll take Schnitt all day long.
I'll take Dominic Dickhead. I mean, I'll take anything over that. Oh my God.
Showed video of mom laying in a hospital bed. Her eyes were covered in white goo as she tried to blink repeatedly.
Miss Baggart, you have white goo coming out of your eye.
Doctor, what is it?
What is it?
Sounds like a potentially other issue.
We think it's several things. We'll tell you in a couple of minutes.
Let's run some tests.
We haven't triaged it just yet, ma'am.
Anyway, I'm telling you, we've done this story multiple times. In the middle of the night, someone reaches for the, let me put some eye drops in. It's freaking crazy glue.
Yeah,
My
that sucks.
God.
I'm glad you guys didn't do it.
All right, Mary. No,
Just be careful.
No nail glue for you.
Lady in North Carolina.
Okay, bye, guys.
See you,
All
Mary.
right, have a nice day. Hey, did you guys?
She's gone. She left already.
Did you guys? What was your schedule this week? Did you guys work Monday and Tuesday, or?
We were here Thursday and then.
Yeah, so just like us.
Yeah.
You guys came back.
Same schedule.
Isn't it great? We worked Thursday and Friday, and now it's the weekend again.
I would have preferred to start back on Monday.
Thank you.
Which is a hard Monday because this past week has been just crazy and a big blur.
But those were last day years.
I never get to use all my vacation
Yeah, who
days every
cares?
single year, personally
Yeah.
speaking. I blow. I put in the toilet basically 5, 6, or 7 every
Yeah.
single year.
I don't think I used all my days last year.
Right.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, hey, you were worried about counting them, and you left them on the table last year.
Nobody keeps any track of anything around here.
I'm very jealous. I keep track over there. Yeah.
Does Orlando have a big whiteboard or something? Well, Meredith.
He's the one that approves it all, so he knows.
I've never gone over, but I'm telling you right, no one is ever kept
I think they're really busy right now. I think they're like doing a
lot of things going
multi
on.
jobs. Yes,
All right.
yes.
All right, Meredith. Have a nice
All right,
week.
have fun. Bye, guys.
Bye. The 9:43 at the MJ Morning Show. Couple of things before we get out of here for the weekend. Oh, I got some Diddy stuff. Yeah, I meant to do this earlier, so I have some Diddy stuff. This is a quickie. If you want to sell your house fast, apparently you do this. I'd love to test this out. If you've got a complete crap bucket dumpster fire of a pit of a house, I want to try this and see if it works.
What?
Allegedly, according to experts, if you paint your front door, as in, shut the front door. If you paint your front door this color, it will help your house sell quicker.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what color it is?
It can't be anything like black or white. It's got to be a vibrant color.
I'm not going to annoy the hell out of you with that music.
It's got to be a vibrant color. You paint it blue.
That is correct. 100% right. Yeah, right off the bat.
Because red doors used to be a thing.
Yeah, according to real estate experts, painting your front door this specific color, a nice blue, can help sell your home faster. I don't know why the heck that is. It's a small detail that can make a big difference.
It pops. It makes it look a little. It makes it stand out a little bit.
What if it completely doesn't match your house? What, still paint your front door blue?
Yep. Paint it blue.
I got to talk to real estate agents that I know about painting your front door blue. So, all right. Oh, also, new drinking story.
You want me to pick you up some blue paint from the Home Depot? Just drop it off at your place?
You know, Michelle and I are talking about cashing it in.
Well, if you want me to, I'll pick it up for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll let the hurricane, even though, our house was pretty much high and dry, still let the hurricane stuff get behind a little bit. Let the property values come back a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, we might cash it in. Anyway, so all kidding aside, drinking. It's back and forth. You get the stories, no amount of drinking is good for you. The latest now, and listen, I believe that you can drink in moderation. You want a beer, you want some wine at dinner, come on. You want to have an old-fashioned, what? I don't have an issue. I know that I've known plenty of people that have drunk in moderation who've lived to like 95 and 100 years old. All right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, look at Jack Harris for crying out loud. He's still kicking.
And he.
My God, I've never seen anyone consume more cases of beer in one sitting.
I love Jack.
Yeah, Jack's great. Jack's phenomenal. The best. But the latest now is moderate drinking linked to lower overall mortality rate.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And I believe this. I do believe. I mean, look at the French. Look at the wine consumption. Along with all the fat and beef that they consume, and the French have, and they're smoking like morons.
I mean, if you're a fairly healthy,
is that funny?
I don't think they're smoking like moron, but if you're a fairly healthy person, all things in moderation.
Oh, the French and the Japanese, man, they can't put those cigarettes down.
But when I think of old people, I think of old Europeans and old Japanese people.
Yeah. So the latest now on alcohol consumption is that we've got a U-turn. Now the latest is moderate drinking linked to overall, longer life. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Whatever. It'll be different in a couple of weeks.
Moderate wine consumption reduces cardiovascular risks. But listen, you never want to drink in excess. Always drink in moderation.
Yeah.
I believe in enjoying a glass of wine. You know, Michelle and I, we're going to open up a bottle tonight. You know, I'll find some varietal that I like out of the collection.
A varietal.
Yes, a varietal.
Oh, a varietal.
Yes, I will. You know, the
Is that code word for like some kind of grape or something?
No, it's.
What's varietal? I've never used the word varietal.
No, varietal, meaning a variety. You've got different varietals.
Why couldn't you have just said variety? We're going to have a variety.
Because it's called a varietal. That's the proper nomenclature.
I've never used that word.
Well, you should. Well, you don't drink a lot of wine. Like,
how else would you use the word varietal in your life?
Whether it's a Zinfandel, a Cabernet Sauvignon, whether it's a Pinot Noir.
I get the meaning.
Typically a little too light for me.
I went to Circle K the other day, and they had a varietal of sodas at their Polar Pop station.
A Monastrell. Depending on the varietal of the wine. You know?
I went to Crocs store, and they had a varietal of colors in my size. Am I using it correctly? Variety.
No, that would be variety.
What's the difference?
Because wine, that's the way you classify different grapes and different types of wine are the varietals.
Have fun with your bottle of wine tonight.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I think we'll open up, I feel like a great Brunello tonight.
Are you sure that's your varietal you want to go with?
Yes, I'm sure. Or maybe a Southern Rhone.
Will it have legs?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
It will have lovely legs. Not quite as nice as my wife Michelle's, but they'll be good. All right, folks, have a great weekend. I can't believe we worked 2 days this week and we're back on weekend break. We'll see you back here Monday, and really the whole world comes back on Monday because all the schools open back up. And now I got to figure out how to get home because the Howard Franklin is just a freaking mess in both directions all morning long. So I'm probably going to take the Gandy. How's the Gandy looking eastbound? Eastbound and down. Can you give me some eastbound? I want to close the show with eastbound and down. Can you give me some eastbound and down? Andrew, let me know when you have it. Hurry up.
Is it Jerry Reed?
Oh, yeah, a little Smokey and the Bandit. You got it? All right, hit it. Go ahead. Roll it. Anytime.
Anytime you're ready.
Anytime, Andrew.
We're ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are, Andrew. Anytime you want to play. Oh, he's got it on the wrong computer. In just a matter of minutes.
All right. Yeah. Eastbound looks like it's moving. Coming into St. Petersburg looks like it's a parking lot.
Yeah, it's probably going to jam up on the Tampa side, though.
Yeah.
Is what I'm guessing. All right, folks, avoid the Howard Franklin, both directions, northbound and southbound, because of the previous accidents. Folks, have a great weekend. If you want to track me this weekend on my social, on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. See you back here Monday morning. And let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app.